Number 2, Versailles. Number 3, Cincinnati Country Day do battle in Xenia on the other side of that Region 24 bracket. And in Division 7, Region 28, Maria Stein Marion Local has defeated their first 2 opponents in the playoffs, 132-0. Minster is the number 5 seed who will face Marion Local on Friday night, and they've demonstrated some high-flying offense of their own. They've outscored their opponents 83-15, so you can expect some fireworks when these two get together on Friday night. And the number 14 seed, St. Henry, with a record of 5-7, is still alive in the Region 28 playoffs. At one point in the regular season, they lost 7 of 8, but in the playoffs, they've knocked off number 3 and number 11, and now they'll face number 2 seed Ansonia Tigers, who come into the tilt with a record of 12-0. For the OHSAA Playoff Preview Show, I'm Chris Solwecki.
And wrapping things up with Central Ohio, it's Ryan Baker from Columbus's 97.1 The Fan.
Thank you, Marty. 14 teams in 7 different regions in Central Ohio still have the hopes of winning a state championship. That includes the number 1 seeds in Regions 2, 3, and 11. In Division 1, Region 2, the number 1 seed, Olentangy, takes on the number 12 seed, Springfield, at Hilliard-Darby High School. The Wildcats, though, are no typical 12 seed, as they've been the state runner-ups the past 2 seasons. The other matchup in Region 2 is the first ever between schools separated by 20 miles. The 2 seed, Olentangy Berlin, takes on the number 6, Dublin Kaufman. That one will be at Westerville Central High School. In Division 1, Region 3, it was all chalk as the top 4 seeds advanced. The number 1 versus 4 is Gahanna versus Upper Arlington at Thomas Worthington. Then the number 2, Hilliard-Bradley, faces number 3, Pickerington North over at DeSales. Region 11 features a rematch of last year's regional final. Bishop Watterson, the number 1 seed, battles the number 5, Bloom Carroll. Bloom won that one 33-28 last year. In Region 19, the region champ last year was Ironton. In 2021, it was Harvest Prep. In 2020, Ironton again. This year, wouldn't you know, they meet up this week down in Athens. They met in a regional final last year with the Fighting Tigers, winning 34-0. Region 23 was chalk, and the 2 versus 3 matchup has West Jefferson taking on Fort Fry. This one is a rematch of a 2021 regional final that West Jeff won 16-14. For high school football overtime on 97.1 The Fan, I'm Ryan Baker.
That will do it for this week's look at the regional semifinal reports from all across the state of Ohio. Let's step aside for a few messages from the OHSAA. And when we come back, we'll take another visit inside the Pro Football Hall of Fame in Canton and then wrap up this week's edition of the OHSAA Football Playoff Preview Show.
School sports need your help. With budgets getting tighter, it's more than the games that are on the line. It's all the traditions, the community pride, the culture of your hometown high school. Plus, all those memories that are on the line, too. What can you do? It's simple. Buy a ticket when you can. Go to a game. Take the whole family. Let's do everything we can to keep those cherished school sports memories alive.
This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and the Ohio Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
The game is over, but this time, instead of asking how many goals did you score or what were your stats, try asking these questions. Were you a good teammate? Were you coachable? Did you give 100%? And did you have fun? Because those are the values that school sports instill in Ohio's young people, where winning and losing are secondary to the life lessons that will stay with kids long after their playing days are over. This is the Ohio High School Athletic Association. Educate through sports.
You practice hard, you play hard, you're always reaching for your goals. You reach for the next point, the next yard, the next win. And after the game, reach for low-fat chocolate milk. It has the fluids to rehydrate you, the right mix of protein and carbs to refuel you, and the vitamins and minerals to help you build strong bones and bodies. Fuel up with chocolate milk. For more information, visit drink-milk.com.
Welcome back to the OHSAA Football Playoff Preview Show. For the OHSAA Radio Network, here's Marty Bannister.
We welcome you back to the show, and now it's time to get back on the road to Canton and visit with former Ohio State All-America offensive lineman T.J. Downing inside the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
This is TJ Downing with Stark Media alongside my broadcast teams of Dave Bircher, Jim Bostic, and Jeff Tyler, and we have a message here from our friends at the Ohio High School Athletic Association as we are inside the Pro Football Hall of Fame here in Canton. Coming up on November 30th, December 1st, and December 2nd, the OHSAA state finals will take place inside of Tom Benson Stadium. We remind you to come out here to the Pro Football Hall of Fame Museum with their hours of operation being 9 to 5 daily, whether you're coming out on the 30th, the Thursday night game to kick off state championship weekend when we will have the Division II state championship game. Stop out beforehand. Check out all that the museum has to offer. The excellence of the game, the history of the game, it's all right here in Canton, Ohio, the birthplace of football. And if you're coming out on Friday or Saturday where there will be 3 featured state championship games, whether it's before the game or after, come out here and tour the greatest Hall of Fame on the planet, the Pro Football Hall of Fame, right here in Canton, Ohio. Museum hours, again, are 9 to 5 daily, so stop out and enjoy everything that it has to offer on state championship weekend, November 30th, December 1st, and December 2nd. Can't wait to see you out here. State championship weekend coming up with our friends at the Ohio High School Athletic Association.
TJ, thank you very much. Before we wrap up this week's show, a reminder that the statewide playoff brackets are available on the OHSAA website at ohsaa.org, along with the football playoff histories of every school in the state of Ohio. Looking ahead to the state championships, all session tickets are on sale at ohsaa.org/tickets, including a special ticket package with indoor access to the Stadium Club during and after every game at Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium. In our next playoff preview show, we'll go inside the regional final pairings and talk with a few folks in Canton to preview Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium and the state championship schedule. On behalf of the Ohio High School Athletic Association, I'm Marty Bannister. The OHSAA Football Playoff Preview Show is a production of the OHSAA Radio Network, production assisted by Yamo Media and Adam Dell. We'll talk to you next week.
And good evening and welcome to the Western Reserve Sports Radio 1240 High School Football Game of the Week here on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240. As it's the Sandrock Concrete High School Football Game of the Week here on Western Reserve Radio. And it is Mark Means back with Dave Clark this week here on Sports Radio 1240 for Clearview and South Range in the Division 5 Region 17 semifinals.
I tell you, I'm ready to see this. For a few weeks being off, Mark, I'm ready to get back into football action, and we definitely got two good teams tonight.
So when we look at these two matchups, no common opponents between these two teams so far this season, Dave. But the thing that's interesting is when you talk about the Clearview Clippers, they were down 16-0 at halftime last week, came back to win 19-16.
Yeah, and when I've seen that, it lets me know that team has some resiliency to be able to come back, and that's when you go in and make changes and be able to put a concept together and come back in the second half and really do what you need to do. So to shut the team down on with their defense and then be able to come and score 19 points and win that game shows their resiliency. So that bodes well for tonight.
Here from Barberton High School, it is a beautiful turf facility. We have a fantastic perch that is high atop the press box here right at midfield for this Division 5 Region 17 semifinal. The Clearview Clippers are 10-2. The South Range Raiders under first-year head coach David Rock is 11, and they are 11-1, and they picked up right where Coach Jiggly left off.
Yeah, they sure have, and that's one thing we know about them. They've been efficient. That's the type of team they have always been, and he just kept that legacy going. It's allowing that team to do the same things that we seen last year, and maybe they can be able to get all the way to the state.
The Cleveland Cobras pregame show here on Western Reserve Radio and Sports Radio 1240. The Cobras are in pursuit of a Tri-Point League championship and if you are looking to continue your football career, contact owner Jesse Caldwell at 330-416-3442. Be part of the excitement of Cleveland Cobras football. Let's step aside for our first break here on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240. We'll come back with more of the pregame show. We'll go inside the Malutic Live Coach's Corner next on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240.
Professional, fast, highly knowledgeable, easy to work with. These are real reviews by customers of Sandrock Concrete. For all your concrete block, brick, stonework, and excavating needs, call Jerry Sandrock. For your free estimate at 330-506-0013. Sandrock Concrete is fully insured and ready to make your ideas a reality. Sandrock Concrete is a proud supporter and sponsor of Mahoning Valley High School football on Western Reserve Radio.
Catch all of the spring and summer action of Cleveland Cobras minor league football on Western Reserve Radio. Follow the Cobras as they compete against teams from around the region in pursuit of a Tri-Point Football League championship. And if you're looking to continue your football career after high school, college, or even the pros, or to be part of the Cobras staff, go to Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football or contact owner Jesse Caldwell at 330-416-3442. Be a part of the excitement of Cleveland Cobras football.
Mill Creek Golf Course is now open. Experience the Donald Ross Championship design of both courses, where you can book a tee time online at millcreekmetroparks.org. Mill Creek features a newly remodeled golf shop, new cart paths, and is a Callaway certified club fitting facility with demo days. The PGA professional staff is now accepting golf outings and leagues. For more information, call 330-740-7112 or stop by and see what all Mill Creek Golf Course has to offer you.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
We now return you to the Sandrock Concrete High School football game of the week on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240.
And we welcome you back to Barberton High School here on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240. Mark Means, Dave Clark, Jim Craven, Matthew Craven back at our iMedia studios in Struthers as we're getting set for Clearview and South Range in this Division 5 Region 17 semifinal. And let's check in with my interview I had earlier this week with first-year South Range head coach David Rock in the Malutic Live Coaches Corner. We're back inside the Malutic Live Coaches Corner with South Range head coach David Rock. And, Coach, congratulations. It's been a fantastic season in your first year at the helm of the program.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. We're excited.
When you go back and look at this year, tell me how the season has gone for you. I know you had a loss early on in the season, but you've definitely been able to rebound and play well in the NE8.
Yeah, I think the kids did a great job of responding from that loss. And, I don't know how bad a loss it was. You never want to lose a game. But obviously, Green's record speaks for itself, and they're doing a great job right now. But just really proud of the growth of our kids. I think we're a whole different team now than we were week 1 or week 2. And, I'd like to think that, that's directly related to the work that our kids put in, during the week and on their own time. So just really excited about the growth of them and maturity of the football team as we move forward.
Coach, when you go back to camp in 2 days to now, this deep into the playoffs, what have you learned about being a head coach?
Oh, so many things. I continue to learn things. Just, sometimes I think the biggest thing for me has been learning to juggle, maybe being a little bit more hands-off of things than what, I have been previously. And but just, so many things from game management stuff to practice management stuff. There's a lot of things that I continue to learn. And I think, the one thing that I would say the most is that I'm learning that you really have to rely on the people that you have around you. Obviously, I'm surrounded by a great support system, and I'm leaning really heavily on them.
You mentioned practice management, Coach. Your team obviously played a lot of games last year, winning the state championship. You're already deep into the playoffs this year. How do you manage your reps and preparation and getting ready for each playoff game with rest and being ready to play that game when Friday comes along?
I think, for us, and it's constantly juggling, trying to find that happy medium or find that balance. For us, I think we continue to do the same things that we've been doing for most of the year. We pulled back on the reins a little bit, right before really week 1, just kind of get the guys freshened up. But once we started the regular season, we kind of went into our in-season program as far as lifting and conditioning. And, I think a lot of what we do practice-wise is mental reps, not to say that we're not out there flying around at times too, but, I think you're kind of assessing, where your team's at each week and maybe might make some slight alterations to the practice plan, but for the most part, it's kind of business as usual, and you hope that you stay healthy as long as you can, because that's obviously a big part of it this time of year.
Coach, let's look back at last week's win against Ridgewood, and it looks like your team played pretty well in all phases of the game.
Yeah, I think I could make a pretty strong argument that was the most complete game that we've played this year. I think we were really good on special teams and in the kicking game. Obviously, the defense comes through with the shutout, and then offensively, while we've had some bigger outputs, I think that was a test that we haven't had to deal with previously. I think they were doing some stuff that made it a little bit frustrating for us in the run game, and was really proud of the offensive effort, protecting the ball, outside of one play, and just trying to work really hard to keep the chains moving. And I thought Tristan and the guys were really good in the throw game, which was encouraging.
Coach, you look at this week's matchup against Clearview. They come off an upset in a unbelievable second half in their win last week. Tell me about preparation for the game and what you expect from them.
I expect them to come out with their hairs on fire. If you watch them on tape, the films that we have, the one thing I think that jumps out at you is how athletic they are on the perimeter and how hard their kids play. Defensively, I feel like they make a lot of stops just from playing really hard and getting guys to the ball and chasing things down. So they're very active, very athletic across the board defensively. And then offensively, obviously, good passing attack with some really good skilled kids on the perimeter. And, they do a good job, I think, of taking what the defense gives them. And obviously, they're playing with a lot of confidence right now. It was a huge win for them last week. And I think, anytime you win a game in the second half, especially in the fashion that they did, I think it's indicative of a gritty football team, a resilient football team, and one that possesses a lot of character. So we know we've got our work cut out for us.
Finally, Coach, what's the key for your squad to get a win and move on to the regional final next week?
I think not just us, everyone's still playing at this time of the year, right? You gotta protect the football. You gotta try to take it away. When you're given opportunities, create opportunities in the turnover. turnover department. And then, for us, we go into every game thinking we have to find a way to run the ball and stop the run, and then just to find a way to limit explosives defensively. And, I don't know if that's unique to us, but I think that's kind of the blueprint for winning games this time of the year, no matter who you are, who you're playing.
Coach, good luck tonight, and thank you for your time. We appreciate it.
Very much. Yeah, thank you.
And that was the head coach of the South Range Raiders joining us in our Ludic Live Coach's Corner. As that was first-year head coach David Rock. When you look at the Raiders this year, they are 11-1, Dave. They average 35.5 points per game offensively. They are giving up 13.5 points per game defensively, and they come off a 35-0 win over Ridgewood last week in round 2.
Yeah, as he stated there today, he felt that was the best and most complete game they played this year. So that's when you want to round out into forms, really during the playoff time. Is as they say, it's money time. It's play or go home. So that's when you want your team to play at the top level that they need to play at. And right now, that's where they're going. So let's see how they come out tonight.
This is a multifaceted attack for the South Range Raiders. Their leading rusher is Blake Ewart, 1,843 yards and 20 touchdowns on the season. But you're going to see a lot of other people touch the football. Tristan Toy has rushed for almost 850 yards. Aiden Dominguez adds another 500 yards on the ground in this offense. So this is not a team when you get into the postseason that you can stop one guy and stop the Raiders.
Right. Yeah. You have multiple guys to go after, and mentioned that name, Aiden Dominguez. I remember him last year, and he wasn't one of their top guys, but he was a guy that played and was able to do some things. So they just show how to keep these guys coming year after year. We done seen it, and this is why this program has been so successful over the years.
Continuing in the Ludic Live Coach's Corner, looking at the Clearview Clippers under head coach Mike Collier. We mentioned last week down 16-0 in their game against Norwayne. Came back and beat Norwayne 19-16 in that matchup last week. And you look at them, they are averaging 33 points per game offensively, giving up 13 points per game defensively. Their leader is the sophomore quarterback, Cy Christensen, 2,152 yards and 21 touchdowns.
Yeah, and, just watching them warm up. We never seen this team, live. We haven't seen anything of them, but just to see them, they're not a very big, stout type of team. But you're talking about quickness and speed. They definitely have that, and that can give a lot of teams problems. It's not always about just size, but these guys look like they're quick in what they're doing, and on the perimeter, there should be some problems.
And you can hear down below us, we are on the South Range side of the stadium as the Raiders have come to take the field, and they are in the maroon and gold with the maroon pants, jerseys with the gold numbers, the dark maroon helmets. As the home side, which has been a rarity for us this year. We're actually on the home side of the stadium with South Range being the higher seed. They are the home team.
Yeah, and usually, like you said, we're always on the visiting side, so this is a little different. And their crowd is right here supporting them for sure.
So a couple of names to pay attention to. Also is Ethan Lorenzia. He is their leading rusher at 975 yards, 4 touchdowns. Ashton Pabon adds another 439 yards and a touchdown. But they have receivers, Aiden Cruz, 46 catches. Malcolm Lane, 49 catches. Keith Colvin, 26 catches. So they spread the wealth around.
Yeah, and that's why I'm so interested in seeing this team, because I can see the athleticism that they have. So I want to see what it looks like on the perimeter.
We're going to take our final 2-minute pregame timeout. When we come back, we're ready to kick off the regional semifinals on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240.
Catch all of the spring and summer action of Cleveland Cobras minor league football on Western Reserve Radio. Follow the Cobras as they compete against teams from around the region in pursuit of a Tri-Point Football League championship. And if you're looking to continue your football career after high school, college, or even the pros, or to be part of the Cobras staff, go to Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football or contact owner Jesse Caldwell at 330-416-3442. Be a part of the excitement of Cleveland Cobras football.
Meludic Live is your home for high school sports. We have all the scores on our social media platforms throughout the games. Enjoy our timely updates from local area schools year-round. You won't get the consistency and reliability from anyone else. Our number one priority is servicing our fans and getting them live news as it's happening. Follow us on social media, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Meludic_Live. And remember, our fans come first.
Mill Creek Golf Course is now open. Experience the Donald Ross Championship design of both courses, where you can book a tee time online at millcreekmetroparks.org. Mill Creek features a newly remodeled golf shop, new cart paths, and is a Callaway certified club fitting facility with demo days. The PGA professional staff is now accepting golf outings and leagues. For more information, call 330-740-7112 or stop by and see what all Mill Creek Golf Course has to offer you.
Accidents happen. That's why you need Repair That Glass. Specializing in windshield replacement and all other auto glass, we offer a full range of automotive glass repairs. Our technicians can do everything from minor chip repair to a complete replacement. Your windows don't go up or down, they can fix that too, along with custom glass work and antiques. Repair That Glass is a family-run business for over 40 years. Repair That Glass. Call for your appointment now at 330-534-3192.
We now return you to the Sandrock Concrete High School Football Game of the Week on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240.
Welcome back here to Barberton High School as we are set to get this game underway. This Division 5 Region 17 semifinal between the Clearview Clippers and the South Range Raiders. You've been listening to the Cleveland Cobras of pregame show. Cleveland Cobras are in pursuit of a Tri-Point Football League championship, and if you're looking to continue your football career, contact owner Jesse Caldwell at 330-416-3442 and be part of the excitement of Cleveland Cobras football. The Clippers won the toss. They have deferred, so it'll be South Range getting their hands on the football first this evening. And it's time for the Repair That Glass Kickoff. Kickoff brought to you by Repair That Glass in Hubbard, offering a full range of glass repairs. For an appointment, call 330-534-3192. And we are underway. A high, deep kick going to be fielded at the 1. Returner bobbled and went down in the turf completely alone at the 6-yard line as a turf monster jumped up and grabbed him that time, Dave,
yes,
and that's where the Raiders start 1st and 10.
Yeah, that's an auspicious start. You just don't want something like that, but I mean, it's just like somebody did, just jump up and grab him, and down he went at the 6-yard line.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Raiders from the 6-yard line. A beautiful big scoreboard off to our left here in Barberton. It'll be Tristan Toy, the quarterback. Toy will have single receivers to each side. Single running back in the backfield. Looks like Blake Ewert with him as Toy stands on the goal line. Gives it to his running back. That is going to be Ewert on the carry, and he is twisted down at about the 8-yard line. And then it's going to be 2nd down and coming up at the 8-yard line. 2nd down and about a couple to go for the Raiders.
Yeah, and I tell you, there's the quickness on defense as they got to the ball very quickly, only to give up 2 yards on that play.
2nd and 8 from the 8-yard line. Going to have a wing to the right, 2 receivers to the left. They give it to Blake Ewert on the carry, and Ewert able to drive across the 10, and Ewert is out to about the 13-yard line. This is going to bring up a 3rd down situation here for the Raiders.
Yeah, they got a 3rd down here, but it's manageable, about 3 yards they need for this 1st down, so it really opens up the playbook. A lot of things you can do with a 3rd and 3.
3rd and 3 from the 13-yard line. Raiders, again, left to right here to begin the game. Toy alone in the pistol formation. He's going to keep the football, and Toy dives across the 15 out to the 17-yard line, and it's going to be good enough to move the chains as Toy picks up 4 yards.
Yeah, now that they got out of the shadow of their own end zone now, Mark, and have some area in which they can work with now that they're out there to actually they spotted them up at the 18-yard line. So definitely moved out of the shadow of that end zone.
1st and 10 for the Raiders from their 18-yard line. Going to have I in the backfield, Toy under center, single receiver in the formation. They're going to toss it to the deep back who catches the pitch and able to drive down near the 20-yard line before being knocked down. And that looks like 28 was the ball carrier for the Raiders that time. That is Luke Starkey who got the carry. 28 got the pitch. Starkey picks up 2. It is 2nd down and 8. Raiders come right back to the line of scrimmage. 2 receivers to the left, wing to the right side. They're going to give it to the running back. Had a nice hole, but then it was filled quickly at the 20-yard line. I mean, no gain on the play, Dave. This is going to bring up a 3rd down and 8 for the Raiders.
Yeah, I tell you, it's going to be some issues right now that we see to be able to run against this team because they are pursuing so quickly.
Aiden Dominguez, the junior, checks in, 524 yards rushing, 11 touchdowns. Heath Krause, the tight end, comes to the sidelines. Raiders going to split 2 to the right, 1 to the left, wing to the left side. Toy to throw. Quarterback going to keep it. Toy's going to carry the football, and Toy's only going to get down to about the 24-yard line for a pickup of 3. It is 4th and 4, and the Raiders will punt on their opening possession.
Yeah, they're going to try a little quarterback draw there, but I tell you, it's just too much quickness on the side of Clearview. They got a lot of speed on that defense.
Logan Butcher to punt for the Raiders. Got 2 returners back deep for the Clearview Clippers inside their 40. Good rush. Butcher gets away. A nice high kick. Drives the returner all the way back inside the 25-yard line. He picks it up across the 25, 30, outside 35 to the 40 to the 42-yard line. That's Keith Colvin on the return for the Clippers. And Clearview, coming off an upset win in the last round, has momentum in the early stages of this quarter.
Yeah, they sure do. And good field position at the 44-yard line. And the start on offense there. And this is the part I wanted to see, is that speed translates to the offense. See what they can do with this defense of South Range.
Cy Christensen, the sophomore quarterback. 2,152 yards passing and 21 touchdowns on the season. He's going to have 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Single running back next to him on 1st down. They're going to give it to that running back across the 45 and knock down right there at the 45-yard line is Ethan Lorenzia. Their leading rusher at 975 yards, but just 4 rushing touchdowns on the year.
Yeah, that lets me know that they're primarily a throwing team, but they will sting you with the run when they get the opportunity.
Gain of 1, 2nd and 9 from the 45-yard line. They're going to empty the backfield. Trips to the right, twins to the left side. Christensen alone in the backfield on 2nd and 9. He'll drop to throw. Going to fire the out. Pass caught across the 50 and then driven out of bounds immediately at the 49-yard line. After that pass is going to be caught. That's Dominic Jackson, number 9, on the reception. It's going to bring up a 3rd down for the Clippers. And they're going to need 4 yards for the 1st down. You're listening to Sports Radio 1240 WBBW Youngstown, a Cumulus Media station. And you're listening to Western Reserve Radio 2, part of the iMedia One network. 3rd and 4 for the Clippers at midfield. Christensen with a single back and Lorenzia behind him. Trips to the right. Single receiver to the left. Slot man goes in motion. They fake it to him. Set up the screen. Receiver made the catch, but he's going to come up a couple yards shy. That's Ethan Lorenzia with his 17th catch. And out to the 48-yard line of the Raiders, but it brings up a 4th down and 2 and decision time for head coach Mike Collier.
It sure is, and this is a tough decision. He's going for it.
4th and 2, twins to each side. They're going to snap it back to Christensen and will kick the football away. This is going to hit inside the 10, and it's going to take a Clipper roll inside the 5 and all the way down to the 3-yard line. That was a great punt by Cy Christensen, who got that quick kick away, flipped the field position, and the Raiders have 98 yards of turf in front of them.
Yeah, it's almost identical. Almost is even deeper than they were to start off. They started at the 6 in the opening drive, and now they're starting from the 2-yard line. And I mean, deep in the shadow of that end zone.
No score here in the early stages of this one from Barberton. 6:31 to play in our opening quarter, brought to you by the Youngstown Phantoms. Toy going to work out of the pistol formation. And now we've got some confusion by the Raiders, and they're going to have to take a timeout. Timeout on the field, 6:31 to play first quarter. No score between Clearview and South Range on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240.
Hey, football fans, don't miss the hard-hitting action of Youngstown Phantoms hockey at the Cavelli Center in downtown Youngstown. The Phantoms are preparing for the upcoming season as they take to the ice to defend their Clark Cup championship. With over a dozen highly touted prospects on this year's roster, the road to the NHL clearly runs through Youngstown. Purchase season tickets, group tickets, and individual game tickets now by calling 330-747-PUCK. That's 330-747-7825, or go to youngstownphantoms.com. Clark Cup champion! We now return you to the Sandrock Concrete High School football game of the week on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240.
Off the timeout by Coach Rock. Toy going to throw from his own end zone. Going to take a shot. Has a man wide open across the 25, 30, 35, and out near the 37-yard line. And it's going to be a big completion and get the Raiders out of the shadow of their own end zone and mark the football all the way out, Dave, at the 36-yard line.
Yeah, what a play there. 34 yards. And it looked like that went to Kraus. I'm not sure. It looked like that was Kraus on the play.
Toy claps, asks for the football. Now he is going to stumble and go down in the backfield as trying to take a step forward. And that is not the first time we've seen a player from either side slip and go down. And that's going to be a big loss of 4 yards and set up a 2nd and 14 back to the 32-yard line.
Yeah, and I don't know if it's, the field looks perfect, but, you don't know how it is down there. It might be a little moist. It is a cool night. Perfect for football, though.
Twins to the right side. Wing to the left side. Single back in the backfield. Now that man goes in motion. Toy claps, takes the football, gives the ball to Blake Ewert, and Ewert going to drive across the 35 and out to the 36-yard line. He'll pick up 4, but this is a 3rd down and 10 now facing the Raiders.
Yeah, I'm thinking that I know they're going to have to make some adjustments with that speed of Clearview's offense, but I think what you do is you use that speed against them and start doing some misdirections and different things of that nature, and start using that speed against them.
And there's not a very big front four for the Clippers. You at the tailback. Toy takes the snap. 2-step drop for the junior. Going to fire downfield. Pass intercepted at the 40. Brought back 35 and down to the 30-yard line. Stepping in front of that throw. That was number 1, Aiden Cruz, who stepped in front of the intended target. And Tristan Toy has thrown his 10th interception of the season.
Yeah, I mean, it actually almost looked like he didn't even see him. He was playing perfect zone defense there as he dropped into his little zone there and was able to pick that ball off. And big play, first turnover, big play right there is now there at the 31-yard line of the Raiders.
So here comes sophomore quarterback Cy Christensen. They're going to empty the backfield. They're going to put 4 receivers to the right and 1 to the left. Christensen takes the snap, sets up the tunnel screen. It was too tall and incomplete. Trying to go downfield, and that was over his receiver's head and incomplete.
Yeah, it looked like he rushed it, really. He didn't set his feet, and the ball sailed on him and was a little high for, looked like that was Malcolm Lane over there on the outside on the perimeter that he's trying to get the ball to.
2nd and 10 from the Raider 31-yard line. Going to split 2 receivers out wide to the right, 1 to the left side. Single back Lorenzia. They fake it to him. Christensen to roll out. Backside pressure hit as he throws, and that pass floats incomplete at the 20-yard line. As South Range brought the blitz, and Christensen had to unload that pass before he wanted to. It's 3rd and 10.
Yeah, it was good that they did have that blitz on because that receiver was starting to separate from the defender. And if he was able to drop that in, that would have been a big gainer there on the perimeter. We got a call out there, though.
So that is a defensive holding foul on the Raiders. That's going to give the Clippers a first down at the 21-yard line.
Yeah, that's big right there because they basically had them stuffed there and now allow them to start over mark with a first down on the 21-yard line.
So 1st and 10 from the 21-yard line. Single receiver to the right, stack 2 to the left side, tight to the line of scrimmage. Toss the ball to Lorenzia, right into the short side. Inside the 20, goes airborne and dives down to about the 17-yard line. That's a pickup of 4 for Ethan Lorenzia. And it is 2nd down and 7.
Yeah, good call there. Basically to try to run that ball. It looked like they had a slight blitz ready to come on there, so trying to slow down that pass rush of the Raiders.
2 receivers split to the left, 1 inside the numbers to the right side with Christensen and Lorenzia in the backfield. 2nd down and a long 6. Going to take a shot for the end zone. Looping pass back corner of the end zone. That is caught for a Clipper touchdown.
Pass.
A 17-yard touchdown strike for the Clippers, and they're on the board first. Cy Christensen at the 4:09 mark of this opening quarter. It's the 17-yard touchdown pass. And now they will bring on the kicker. That is 34, Ty Pinto, who is 38 of 48 on extra points. High snap, they get it down, rushes on, and the extra point is no good. So with 4:09 to play in this opening quarter, it is Clearview 6, South Range 0. We're back after a quick break on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240.
Nina's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard or call 234-254-8532. We now return you to the Sandrock Concrete High School football game of the week on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240.
Back to Barberton, an early 6-0 lead for the Clearview Clippers. Cy Christensen to Malcolm Lane, 17 yards out, but the extra point was blocked and no good. A 6-0 lead for the Clippers, and this kickoff brought to you by Repair That Glass in Hubbard. Drives the returner back to the 6. This time full head his team across the 10, 15, breaks a tackle across the 20, still on his feet and out nearly a 27-yard line. And that is going to be where the Raiders will start off after a nice return on the special teams. Just under 4 minutes to play in this opening quarter, brought to you by the Youngstown Phantoms. The Youngstown Phantoms are the defending 2023 Clark Cup champions. And great seats are available by calling the Phantoms at 330-747-PUCK. 1st and 10, Raiders from the 28-yard line. Toy claps. He'll hand the football off on first down. Breaking tackles across the 35 and out to the 37-yard line. There's a nice run by the senior Blake Ewert, the 6-foot, 195-pounder.
Yeah, nice run there. Kept those legs driving, Mark. And even though he had tacklers all over him, he was able to carry those guys for about 4 or 5 yards. And nice pickup on first down.
So Ewert gains 9. It's 2nd and 1 from the 37-yard line. 2 receivers to the left, wing to the left side. Single back in the backfield with Toy. Fakes to Ewert. Toy's going to keep it, and Toy will dive down just across the 40-yard line. He's going to pick up a good 2.5 yards and a Raider first down.
Yeah, nice run there. And he was able to pick that up, picked his way through there, and was able to pick up that first down.
1st and 10 from the 40-yard line of the Raiders. 2 receivers left. Man goes in motion. Fake it to him. Toy's going to keep it again across the 45 and upended at the 50-yard line. And that is good enough for another first down, a 10-yard gain for Tristan Toy, the dual threat quarterback.
Yeah, they're starting to find some gaps in that defense and getting some nice gains on first downs. That was able to pick up a first down right away. And now at midfield, Mark, they can start. You can see a momentum already.
Two backs in the backfield now with the junior quarterback, Tristan Toy. Two receivers to the left. Toy takes the snap. He will give it to the second man into the backfield, who bounces off the pile and is driven down after just about a 1-yard gain. No running room that time for the Raiders.
You closed that up very quickly there.
You gained just a yard. It's second down and 9 from the 49-yard line as we approach the 2-minute mark of this opening quarter. A 6-0 lead for the Clearview Clippers over the South Range Raiders. Two receivers to the left, wing to the right side. Toy single back with him in the backfield, takes the snap. He will give it to him on the handoff, spinning off a tackle and down to about the 46-yard line. Going to bring up a 3rd down and 6 now for the Raiders.
Yeah, and I'm watching Clearview's defensive line and just seeing what they're doing because they're not very stout. As I said, the size differential is a big difference, but their technique is very good, and they use their hands, and they're able to get inside of these blockers.
Krumbacher and Nagy are the receivers that go to the left. Toy drops back, looking that way, has a man open in the slot, floats the ball to him, and it popped loose at the last second at the 15-yard line. Gavin Nagy couldn't hold on to the looping throw, and it brings up 4th down and 6 for the Raiders.
Yeah, that's typically what you play on defense. If you're a defensive back, that's what you want to do. If you can't get there to deflect the ball, then you have to do something with that receiver. And what you do is you got to lay something on him to get that ball loose, and that's exactly what happened there.
So 4th down and 6, and the Raiders will look to punt the football away. Logan Butcher back at his 42-yard line. Twin returners for the Clippers inside the 10. Good snap. Butcher gets away. Nice wobbly kick. Going to take a Raider roll. Now they'll come back a couple of yards in the favor of the Clippers. And that ball is going to be down at about the 17-yard line. And that's where the Clippers have it. 1st down and 10 with 1:06 to play in the opening quarter.
Yeah, we've seen the Raiders on that last possession, even though they had to punt. You've seen a little momentum. You've seen a lot of things. But what I'm noticing from both teams, now they're starting to settle in. Now, and we see that on both sides of the ball, and now we're going to see just what's left. I tell you, that turnover was big because they made a points out of it. That's the thing about it. They were able to get on the scoreboard. But now I think we start off even right now.
1st and 10 from the 18-yard line. Christensen, 2 backs with him in the backfield, 3 receivers in the formation. They're going to give it to one of those running backs who has stood up right at the line and then driven back by a host of Raiders. And there's no running room there whatsoever. It's going to bring up a 2nd down and a 10 for the Clippers.
Yeah, the Raisins couldn't get anywhere through that line, and good defense there.
Cleveland Cobras scoreboard. Mineral Ridge and Mogador, a 7-0 lead for Mogador over Mineral Ridge from Steve-O Stadium in Salem. 2nd and 10 from the 18. Twins to each side of the formation. Christensen to throw it, swings it out in the flat. Receiver made the catch, and immediately 2 Raiders there to make the tackle after a 2-yard gain. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 8 at the 20-yard line for the Clippers.
Yeah, I tell you, when Aiden Cruz just actually, he didn't have any time but just to possess the ball, and that was it. That defense was right there on him.
So we will come to the end of the opening quarter here from Barberton. After 1 in the Division 5 Region 17 semifinal, it is the Clearview Clippers 6, the South Range Raiders 0. We're back in 60 seconds on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240.
Hey, football fans, don't miss the hard-hitting action of Youngstown Phantoms hockey at the Cavelli Center in downtown Youngstown. The Phantoms are preparing for the upcoming season as they take to the ice to defend their Clark Cup championship. With over a dozen highly touted prospects on this year's roster, the road to the NHL clearly runs through Youngstown. Purchase season tickets, group tickets, and individual game tickets now by calling 330-747-PUCK. That's 330-747-7825 or go to youngstownphantoms.com. Clark Cup champion! Catch all of the spring and summer action of Cleveland Cobras minor league football on Western Reserve Radio. Follow the Cobras as they compete against teams from around the region in pursuit of a Tri-Point Football League championship. And if you're looking to continue your football career after high school, college, or even the pros, or to be part of the Cobras staff, go to Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football or contact owner Jesse Caldwell at 330-416-3442. Be a part of the excitement of Cleveland Cobras football. We now return you to the Sandrock Concrete High School football game of the week on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240.
Ready to begin quarter number 2 here from Barberton. Clearview facing a 3rd down and 8 from their 20-yard line. Now going left to right. Christensen back to throw. Pumps, takes the shot downfield. Pass caught at the 40-yard line. That is a first down to Ethan Lorenzen. His second catch, 17 on the season. That is a beautiful ball, Dave, by Cy Christensen, thrown only where his receiver could make the play.
Yeah, and the thing about it, nice pump fake to get that safety to move over and allow that slant where he just did that right out of the backfield, perfectly placed, and picked up a nice gain of 21 yards.
Spot the ball at the 41-yard line. 2 to the left, 1 to the right side. Paybon goes in motion. They are going to run it on first down, and there's no running room whatsoever as now Lorenzia bounces out to the outside, broke a couple of tackles, and somehow got out to the 47-yard line. It looked like his momentum had stopped, but he was able to stay up and turn that into a nice run.
Yeah, I mean, he almost broke that all the way, and he kept those legs moving. There was no – and I'm trying to see what they're calling out there now, but we did not hear a whistle blow at all.
Now, there's a flag at the 48-yard line. Coach Rock
just sit down.
Kind of making his way out onto the field, just a couple yards, wanting to know what's going on.
Offsetting penalties there.
So offsetting personal fouls.
And I missed that one, Mark, because I didn't see what happened. It was probably away from the play, but then Lorenzo was the guy that they called the penalty off, and I didn't see anything.
So it'll be first and at 10. Back at the 41-yard line.
Well, that's interesting.
We're going to play it over.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what it looks like.
11:05 to play in the opening quarter. Opening half. 6-0 Clearview leading South Range. They're going to run it on first down with Ashton Paybon, the number 2 running back. And Paybon able to gain about a yard. So it sets up a 2nd down and 9 for you basketball fans. Halftime in Ann Arbor. Michigan leading Youngstown State 46-23.
Well, doubled them up.
Snap to Christensen, who looks to throw. Floats that pass too tall and incomplete. As that sails over the head of his intended receiver. And Christensen he hasn't been comfortable most of this first half. A lot of his throws have really been high.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't look like he's getting that plant foot down like he should. And he's throwing off the back foot, and that ball is taking off on him.
3rd down and 8 for the Clippers. Trips to the left. Single receiver to the right side. Single back in the backfield with Cy Christensen, the sophomore quarterback. Going to roll to the short side. Eyes downfield. Fires downfield. Passes caught near the first down marker by Malcolm Lane. And now they're going to say no.
That's a bad spot.
He gave ground back to the 50, but it looked like he caught the football. It was a first down.
Yeah.
They're going to say that is a gain of 7. It is 4th down and 1 for the Clippers.
Yeah, that was really a bad spot. Even though it was a bad decision on Malcolm's, he took that step to go back, but actually he didn't go that far back, Mark. That's for sure.
So 4th and 1 from midfield. South Range going to bring in a little more size across that front line. Gus Valentine, the senior, 6'3", 265, checking in. And now we've got a whistle.
Timeout.
And we've got a timeout on the field called by the Clippers. Give us a chance to keep it here with 9:42 to play in this first quarter. And what are your early impressions of the Clearview Clippers?
Yeah, well, I'm telling you, I told you I was interested in seeing what they're all about, but they are very quick, they're efficient. And one of the things that I noticed is that I got to give Coach Collier and his staff a big shout out in teaching technique, because they don't have the biggest of size, but they do with their feet, with their hands, and they're able to penetrate on defense and on offense. They're quickly to get there and get their blocks there. So they're doing some excellent job there against a very well coached South Range Raiders. We know how well coached they have always been, and this is really turned out to be a really good game. I tell you that interception that hurt early, that turnover, and they turned it into points. But I tell you, from there on, it's been a back and forth game here.
4th and 1 from midfield for the Clearview Clippers, with twins to each side, single back in the backfield next to Christensen. Now he'll drop a couple of yards deeper. He's going to fake the punt. He's going to try and run with the football, and there's no room whatsoever. The ball came loose. The Clippers recovered the fumble, and that is enough for a first down.
Now I'm trying to, what happens on that? Now the one official over here is giving a 4th down signal, but
right, the fumbling team cannot advance the fumble once they recover it, which they didn't.
No, they just throw it. That's a first down. There
so that is first down Southridge.
Yeah.
That is good job.
Yeah,
if you fumble the ball, you can regain possession, but you can't advance it.
That's it. They did not. They just recovered the fumble, and they recovered it enough to get that first down.
So first down, Clippers on the fumble recovery. Out to the 48-yard line. 9:28, we wind the clock first half. 6-0 Clearview leading South Range. Christensen takes the high snap, drops the throw, pressured. He's going to run with the football. And Christensen going to get a couple of yards out of this. Not much of a runner. Just 62 yards rushing on the season so far.
Yeah, it's something that you see he doesn't. And in fact that he doesn't have some little athleticism there. I see it. But he's just not a guy that runs the football. He looks to throw it. And that's his desire, to get the ball out of his hands quickly.
So that is a gain of 1. 2nd and 9 at the South Range 47-yard line. 2 backs now surrounding Christensen, who's got 2 to the left and 1 to the right side. That's Dominic Jackson. They're going to flip the ball to Ethan Lorenzia, trying to get to the sidelines. Lorenzia gets to the 44-yard line. It's only going to be about a pickup of 3. So this is going to set up a 3rd down and about 6 to go for the Clippers.
I tell you, Lorenzen is a guy that he's got a pop to when he runs the football. He delivers the blow. And even though it looks like he's not getting anything, that run looks like it's maybe a 2 yards. It ends up being almost 5 for him on that carry.
So 2 receivers to the right, wing and a receiver to the left side. Christensen to throw. Pass caught across the 40-yard line. Spinning free for the first down is Keith Colvin. And Colvin's across the 35 and down to the 33-yard line. And this Clipper drive will continue.
Yeah, they sure will. And nice play there to Colvin. And nice move of getting extra yards. Once he got the ball in his hands, he was able to make people miss and pick up a few extra yards. And they're moving efficiently down the field.
First down, Clippers at the South Range 33-yard line. 2 to the right, 1 to the left side. They're going to run the ball for Lorenzina. He'll get the carry, and he's going to get down to about the 32-yard line. He's an athlete they use all over the field, close to 1,000 yards rushing, and over 15 receptions on the year.
Mm-hmm.
So we have 8:14 to play here in this second quarter on the Sandrock Concrete High School football game of the week. Trips to the left, single receiver right side. Christensen gonna roll to the left, gonna throw that way. That pass loops out of bounds, looking for Aiden Cruz. And we haven't really seen Christensen step into a throw and rip it. He does have quite good touch, though.
Yeah. He's throwing more touch passes, and that's what we have seen so far. We haven't seen him really, as you said, let it go and see what type of arm he has. But he does try. He sets those balls in there where they need to be. And when it's too close of a coverage, he does just what he did there and get rid of the football.
Two receivers to the left, two to the right side. Running back to the left of Cy Christensen, the sophomore. It's 3rd down and 8. Christensen to throw, goes over the middle and almost a one-hand catch made by Dominic Jackson. The throw was behind him. It brings up 4th down and 8. The Clippers have attempted 2 field goals on the year by Ty Pinto, 2 for 2 with a long of 27 yards. But it looks like they're going to leave the offense once again on the field on 4th down.
Yeah, it looks like they are, and they're in that in-between area. This is kind of long for a field goal and definitely too short for a punt. So you're in that area where you go ahead and try to go for it. Big yardage to pick up, though.
4th and 8 from the south range, 31-yard line.
They're not going to get this one off.
Play clock now down to 0, and the Clippers just did get a timeout.
Oh, man, they're playing with it, I tell you.
Timeout on the field here in the second quarter. It is Clearview 6, South Range 0. We're back in 30 seconds on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240.
Mill Creek Golf Course is now open. Experience the Donald Ross Championship design of both courses, where you can book a tee time online at millcreekmetroparks.org. Mill Creek features a newly remodeled golf shop, new cart paths, and is a Callaway certified club fitting facility with demo days. The PGA professional staff is now accepting golf outings and leagues. For more information, call 330-740-7112 or stop by and see what all Mill Creek Golf Course has to offer you.
We now return you to the Sandrock Concrete High School football game of the week on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240.
7:55 to play here, second quarter. It is 4th down and 8 for the Clippers. They send a man in motion. Christensen to throw. Taking the deep shot down the seam. Has a man out there and off his hands and incomplete. Looking for Aiden Cruz. And the Raiders hold and force the turnover on downs.
And I tell you, that pass was actually a very good pass. Angel Cruz basically just lost his footing and was drifting away from the football. That ball was thrown perfectly for him to run under.
Second quarter score from Seabo Stadium in Salem. Mineral Ridge and Mogador now tied at 7.
Yep.
Got to see the Rams the last 2 weeks play really good football to get to the 3rd round for the first time in school history.
Mm-hmm.
2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right side. Toy swings it out into the flat. Gavin Nagy makes the catch, made the first man miss, and hammers his way out across the 35 near the 36-yard line. A nice gain for the Raiders on 1st down.
Yes, it was.
You know, this Clearview team, not intimidated whatsoever, came back from being down 16-0 to Norway in the first half last week to win 19-16, and now playing right with the defending state champions here in the regional semifinal.
Yes, there are.
Toy going to hand the football off on 2nd down and bouncing off of a couple of tackles and powering his way down to the 40-yard line. That's the senior Blake Ewert down to the 40. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down and call it about 1.5 for the Raiders.
Yeah, it's 4 tough yards there. He kept driving his feet hard to pick that up.
Good size back at 6 foot, 195 pounds. It's 3rd down and 2 for the Raiders. 2 receivers in a wing to the right, 1 to the left side. They're going to have Toy keep the football. Toy has the first down and more. And the ball came loose, and they're going to say Toy was down at the 44-yard line, and that's good enough for a Raider first down.
Yeah, he definitely was down. The ground cannot cause a fumble, and that's what happened there. As he was tackled, and once he hit the ground, the ball came loose.
We've seen a lot of different things this entire year when it comes to officiating with this crew right on that call.
Yep.
Right on the fumble call earlier in the quarter. They have done a good job. Raiders split 2 receivers out to the right, 2 to the left. Toy to drop back and throw. Down the seam, looking for his receiver, and that is Krumbacher who makes the catch at the 35-yard line. Big catch for Brady Krumbacher, his 31st, and a Raider first down.
Nice one. 22-yard pickup on that play. He caught him in between the safety and corner. Perfectly placed football there.
Raiders going to go hurry up, split 2 receivers to the right. They're going to run it to the left side, and that is Blake Ewart breaking free across the 20, and Ewart is going to be down near the 17-yard line with the Raider first down.
First time he's ever able to break through, and they are really rolling with the speed there. It's a track meet now.
Right back to the line, give the ball to Blake Ewart. One of the linemen went flying as Ewart drove down to the 16-yard line. As he was kind of peeled off the pile, but during the play.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, you came flying out of there, Mark.
Gain of 2, 2nd and 8 at the 15-yard line for the Raiders. 5:45 to play in the second quarter in the Sandrock Concrete high school football game of the week. 2 receivers go to the right side. Wing is Dominguez who goes in motion. They'll give it to him. Now cutting back between the hashes. Dominguez inside the 10 and down to the 9-yard line. That's a 6-yard gain. It's 3rd down and 2 for the Raiders.
Yeah, it almost broke that. It looked like he might have a chance to get towards the end zone. Good tackle there to prevent him from getting in there.
Luke Starkey going to check in at a fullback spot as a wing to the left side. Give the ball to Dominguez. Big hole up the middle, and Dominguez drives into the end zone for the South Range touchdown. So Aiden Dominguez gets the Raiders on the board, an extra point away from taking the lead.
Yeah, nice run there. They put that together, Mark, and once they got the momentum going, and now this is where this extra point looms big.
Butcher on to attempt the extra point. Snap good, kick on the way, and the extra point is up and good. 5:03 to play, first half. It is now South Range 7, Clearview 6, and we're back after a quick break on Sports Radio 1240 and Western Reserve Radio 2.
Hey, football fans, don't miss the hard-hitting action of Youngstown Phantoms hockey at the Cavelli Center in downtown Youngstown. The Phantoms are preparing for the upcoming season as they take to the ice to defend their Clark Cup championship. With over a dozen highly touted prospects on this year's roster, the road to the NHL clearly runs through Youngstown. Purchase season tickets, group tickets, and individual game tickets now by calling 330-747-PUCK. That's 330-747-7825, or go to youngstownphantoms.com.
Clark Cup champion!
We now return you to the Sandrock Concrete High School football game of the week on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240.
5:03 to play here, first half. South Range with their first lead at 7-6, and a very businesslike drive by the Raiders.
Yeah, and I like how they speeded up everything. They didn't allow Clearview to really get set or anything of that nature on defense, and that kept them off balance, and they was able to drive that ball straight down the field.
So South Range set to kick the football back to the Clearview Clippers with Logan Butcher handling the kicking duties. 2 returners back deep for the Clippers right at their 10-yard line. Butcher's kick high end over end, short kick fielded across the 15 to the 20, 25, 30 to the 35-yard line. Still on his feet, pushing the pile, 40. And out near the 40-yard line is where that return will come to an end. As good job by the special teams of the Clippers.
Oh, yeah. I'm telling you, when they get the ball in their hands, you have to hold your breath almost with these returners because it always looks like they got a chance to go all the way.
So South Range with a 1-point lead at 7-6, and the Clippers have the football. 4:55 to play in this first half. Clearview with one timeout remaining. South Range has a pair. Fake the handoff. They give it to the running back who breaks free across the 50 into South Range territory down to the 45-yard line. That's Ethan Lorenzina on the run. And a first down carry.
He's a gliding type of running back. It doesn't look like he's really moving that quickly, but he is, and he's got quick feet.
First and 10 to the 44-yard line of the Raiders. 4:28, clock rolling, first half. Slot receiver goes in motion. That's Cruz. Christensen now looks back to Cruz, backside, and makes the catch. And he's able to maybe get back to the line of scrimmage. Might have lost a little bit. Back to the 45-yard line. So we'll call it second down and 11 for the Clippers.
Yeah, he actually did lose a yard on that play. Trying that screen pass there.
Nice job by that South Range defense, Dave, to stay home, stay in their lanes, and make the play.
Yeah, and they had a nice little pass rush going on that play that really confused them and what he wanted to do.
Twins to each side of the formation for Cy Christensen. Receiver goes in motion. They give it to Aiden Cruz, who turns the corner. And Cruz able to push the pile down to the 39-yard line. That's a pickup of 6 yards. It's third down and 5 for the Clippers.
Yeah, and he's running with some authority himself there on that end around.
3 minutes, 37 seconds. First half, South Range 7, Clearview 6. Clippers have the ball at the Raider 38-yard line. Again, Twins to each side. Single back into the backfield. Raiders showing blitz. Christensen drops back to throw, swings it out. Lorenzina makes the catch. 35 to the 30. 25-20 down the sidelines. He's going to score. Whoa. 38-yard touchdown swing pass from Christensen to Lorenzina for the Clearview Clipper touchdown.
Yeah, it looked like that was about a 38-yard play there. And I mean, just got it out there in the flat. Nobody over there, which is really strange to me that no one was over there in the flats. And once he got it, he picked up the blocks he needed, and he was gone.
So now it's a big extra point for Ty Pinto, who missed his first attempt in the opening quarter. High snap, they get it down. This one has plenty of distance, and this one is up and good. So 3:26 to play here in the first half. And Dave, Clearview responds to South Range touchdown with a drive of their own.
Yeah, well, that key word that I said before we started this game, even though I didn't see him, it showed me just from what happened from last week, resiliency to be able to come back from 16 down and win that football game. They're showing the same thing here. Yeah, we've seen a great drive by the Raiders. And sometimes that can dampen the spirit of a team, but they came right back and did this in what, about a minute and a half, maybe 2 minutes, and was able to score right back. This is a game here. I tell you, that much more than I thought it might be. I was thinking that the Raiders may be able to, just with their size, and we know how efficient the Raiders are, this team is really surprising me.
When you look at the numbers for Clearview, they definitely swing in favor of the pass, but they've shown balance in the first half.
Yeah, and that's what I really thought that's all they would do is just throw the football. But no, they definitely got balance here, and I think that's keeping the Raiders off balance because of that.
3:26 to go in the half. Here's another repair that glass kickoff. High and deep and fielded at the 5 across the 10. 15, cuts back 20, and down to the 22-yard line before being driven down. This is the returner for the Raiders. That is Gavin Nagy on the return. How about this one? Second quarter, Struthers 14, Menor Lake Catholic 3.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's all I could do is just look at you, Mark. That one kind of shocking to me, but hey, the Wildcats ready to play some ball, and they're definitely doing a good job so far. 14-3, I'm shocked.
We were impressed by them when we saw them play against Poland week 10.
Yes, for sure.
Toy takes the snap, stands in the pocket, going to take a shot downfield. Had Dominguez open at the 45-yard line and overshoots him incomplete.
Yeah, I mean wide open there, as that could have been a big-time gainer.
Dominguez, 6'1", 205-pound junior. Just ran a streak right down the hashes and was wide open.
Wide open. I think it was a misread on defense, but he was right there in the area that all he had to do was catch the ball, and it was off to the races.
2nd and 10 from the 23-yard line. Nagy goes in motion, fake it to him. They give it on an inside scissor handoff, and the Clippers there to drive the ball carrier back after just about a yard gain for Blake Ewert, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 9.
I tell you, Blake Ewert is really feeling. I know he's feeling something tonight because these guys come, and I mean a lot. When they say get the hats to the ball, they're coming.
3rd and 9 from the 24-yard line for the Raiders, who play right to left here in quarter number 2. Trailing Clearview 13-7. Dominguez in motion, Toy to throw. Had time, now steps away from the rush. He can run the football if he wants for the 30 and dives near the first down marker. Wants to wait for the spot, and it is a Raider first down.
Yeah, that was great right there on the part of Toy to give out that effort and dive out and get that first down. You love to see that. That's what you want to see from your guys, is to be able to, that effort like that can inspire an entire team, what he just did there.
First down run by the junior quarterback. We approach 2:10 to play in the half. South Range with a pair of timeouts remaining. 1 receiver to the right, 2 to the left side. Toy going to roll to the wide side, looking for a block. He's going to run the football across the 35 and then punished at the 37-yard line. Boy, you weren't kidding.
Yeah.
This Clipper team, they bring it when they play defense.
Yes, they do, and I'm telling you, we were able to see that up close and personal as they came right at us. And we're right up here in the booth, but we got that window open, and you can hear those pads right there because they bring it. And it's not just one guy to the ball. It's several.
2nd and 6 from the 37-yard line. Twins to the right side. Wing to the left. That is Dominguez. Toy, pop pass over the middle. Pass caught in stride across the 45-50 into Clearview territory at the 48-yard line. As that was a rope from Toy to Gavin Nagy for the South Range first down.
Yeah, very nice pass there. Nice timing pattern. Put it right on him, and it was perfectly designed there to get that first down.
Give the handoff to Blake Ewert, and Ewert dives across the 45 to the 44-yard line, and here comes a flag at the end of the play. That brought the ire of the South Range faithful down below us, as we'll sort out the penalty.
Yeah, it looked like Aiden Cruz was still holding on to the leg when he was already down. Called that personal foul.
They did. Dead ball, personal foul on Cruz. And add 15 yards on to the end of the run. And it is a South Range first down to the 29-yard line.
Mm-hmm.
Dominguez, the running back, to the right of Tristan Toy, the quarterback. Luke Starkey on a wing to the left side. 2 receivers split out wide to the right. First and 10, Raiders from the Clearview 29-yard line, trailing 13-7. Toy takes the snap, gives the ball to Dominguez. Big head of steam across the 20, cuts back 15, dives inside the 10. First and goal, Raiders at the 9-yard line.
Yeah, 20-yard pickup there, right up the middle. Big hole there, and here they go. They speeded it up.
Right back to the line. Give the ball to Dominguez again, and he will stumble down to the 5-yard line for a pickup of 4. Second and goal from the 5-yard line. That missed extra point has the potential to loom large in this game.
Yes, it does. I see the two officials discussing something, but I don't know what.
And Floyd came over here to the sidelines for a moment to talk to the coaching staff. Clock is stopped at 1:12 in the half.
Yeah, and I didn't see any signal for a timeout or anything of that nature.
No timeout, no flags, but we do have 3 officials at the 15-yard line as the Raiders are ready to get back to action.
Yeah, they're getting them back into the huddle and letting them know. I don't know what went on there. Something against the defense, but I couldn't hear it.
So they called an illegal substitution foul on Clearview.
Yeah, and that gets it down to the 4-yard line now.
So 2nd and goal from the 4-yard line. And Clearview wants a timeout. 1:12 to play in the half. It is the Clearview Clippers 13, the South Range Raiders 7 on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240.
Catch all of the spring and summer action of Cleveland Cobras minor league football on Western Reserve Radio. Follow the Cobras as they compete against teams from around the region in pursuit of a Tri-Point Football League championship. And if you're looking to continue your football career after high school, college, or even the pros, or to be part of the Cobras staff, go to Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football or contact owner Jesse Caldwell at 330-416-3442. Be a part of the excitement of Cleveland Cobras football. We now return you to the Sandrock Concrete High School football game of the week on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240.
On the Cleveland Cobras scoreboard, they've gone to half at Sebo Stadium in Salem with Mogador up on Mineral Ridge 13-7. First and a goal for the Raiders at the 4-yard line. Toy sends Dominguez in motion. He'll give it to him on the counter. And nothing for Dominguez there as he is driven back. It is going to be 2nd and goal for the Raiders.
Yeah, he just barely got a yard there.
So 2nd and goal from the 3-yard line. Under 50 seconds to play, 4th quarter. Raiders still have a pair of timeouts if they want to use them. High snap, give the ball to Ewert, trying to bounce to the outside, and Ewert's going to be dragged down at about the 1-yard line. And South Range going to use one of those timeouts with 33 seconds to go. It's going to bring up now a 3rd and goal from the 1-yard line. Coming up at the half, our final edition of the President's Athletic Conference Report with Commissioner Joanne Durko as the PAC wraps up the regular season tomorrow. We'll get playoff scores around the Valley, and we'll get the first half stat story from Mr. Clark here next to me.
Oh, yeah, we'll see what they got. Like I said, I'm surprised with this rushing attack on Clearview's side. This game is just surprising me, period. It really is.
We've learned something based on, their performance last week against Norway and then this week against the defending state champions. This Clearview team not intimidated at all.
No, absolutely not.
So 3rd and goal for the Raiders from the 1-yard line. Dominguez takes the direct snap, cuts to the outside, and flies into the end zone for the touchdown for the Raiders with 30 seconds to go in the half.
Yeah, and that's his 2nd rushing touchdown tonight. 1 yard out.
So that gives Aiden Dominguez 13 rushing touchdowns. And now Logan Butcher on for the extra point. Snap down, extra point on the way, and Butcher's kick is up and good. This has been a first half, Dave, of punch and counter punch.
Yeah.
And right now, that is a 1-point lead for the Raiders at 14-13.
Yeah, as we said earlier, that extra point will loom big, and it has. It's now they're down 1 point, but this has been something that started off filling each other out, We had the one turnover and they got the score, but from then on, it's been back and forth. Back and forth. This has been a very intriguing game.
This has definitely been a well-played first half of action here tonight.
That's for sure.
And, of course, the winner of this game will meet the winner of Perry and Garfield, who are both also playing tonight. And those two teams come into play a perfect 12-0. So as they like to say in that one, someone's O has got to go, Dave.
Yeah, somebody tonight has to go. That's for sure.
Trying to get you an update on that game at the half with Perry and Garrettsville Garfield, and the G-men having another fantastic season.
Yes, they have, and it's a big game with Perry, I think the number one in that region, right? So
it is time for another kickoff brought to you by Repair That Glass. Reminding you accidents happen. That's why you need Repair That Glass. Call 330-534-3192. Short kick at the 18. Right outside across the 20. 25 still on his feet. 35. And dives down near the 39-yard line.
Well,
that's a nice return from Malcolm Lane.
I'm telling you, every time they get the ball on a return, it is looking like it could go all the way every time. And they're very explosive.
So 22 seconds to go in the half. We'll give you an update here in a moment on that Perry and Garfield game. Christensen going to have trips to the right, twins to the left. He'll be alone in the backfield. Christensen to throw, stepping up into the pocket. He's going to be sacked and dropped back at the 36-yard line. And we've got just 14 seconds to go here in the half.
Yeah, I think I would just go ahead and let that clock run out and then play a very good first half as evenly and come out the second half.
So that is going to let the clock roll down, and we will head to the halftime locker room with our score. It is South Range 14, the Clearview Clippers 13. We'll take a break and begin the halftime show here on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240.
Mill Creek Golf Course is now open. Experience the Donald Ross Championship design of both courses, where you can book a tee time online at millcreekmetroparks.org. Mill Creek features a newly remodeled golf shop, new cart paths, and is a Callaway certified club fitting facility with demo days. The PGA professional staff is now accepting golf outings and leads. For more information, call 330-740-7112 or stop by and see what all Mill Creek Golf Course has to offer you.
Accidents happen. That's why you need Repair That Glass. Specializing in windshield replacement and all other auto glass, we offer a full range of automotive glass repairs. Our technicians can do everything from minor chip repair to a complete replacement. Your windows don't go up or down, they can fix that too, along with custom glass work and antiques. Repair That Glass is a family-run business for over 40 years. Repair That Glass. Call for your appointment now at 330-534-3192.
Catch all of the spring and summer action of Cleveland Cobras minor league football on Western Reserve Radio. Follow the Cobras as they compete against teams from around the region in pursuit of a Tri-Point Football League championship. And if you're looking to continue your football career after high school, college, or even the pros, or to be part of the Cobras staff, go to Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football or contact owner Jesse Caldwell at 330-416-3442. Be a part of the excitement of Cleveland Cobras football.
Professional, fast, highly knowledgeable, easy to work with. These are real reviews by customers of Sandrock Concrete. For all your concrete block, brick, stone, stonework, and excavating needs, call Jerry Sandrock. For your free estimate at 330-506-0013. Sandrock Concrete is fully insured and ready to make your ideas a reality. Sandrock Concrete is a proud supporter and sponsor of Mahoning Valley High School football on Western Reserve Radio.
We now return you to the Sandrock Concrete High School football game of the week on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240.
Halftime here from Barberton on the Sandrock Concrete High School football game of the week. For an estimate, call owner Jerry Sandrock at 330-506-0013. Halftime, it is South Range 14 and the Clearview Clippers 13. And it is now time for this week's edition of the PAC Report with Commissioner Joe Anderko.
Welcome to the PAC Football Report, covering games on November 11th, 2023. I'm Joe Anderko. This week we will look back at Week 10 games on the gridiron in the President's Athletic Conference, while also previewing PAC Rivalry Week games to close the regular season this Saturday. With 2023 PAC champion Grove City off last weekend, Week 10 saw Carnegie Mellon remain in second place in the conference following a 21-7 triumph at Westminster. W&J snapped Geneva's three-game win streak with a decisive 45-7 road victory. Case Western Reserve rolled past Allegheny at home 42-14. Teal held off a late St. Vincent rally to edge the Bearcats 30-27, while Waynesburg kept Bethany winless with a 35-26 road decision. PAC Player of the Week recognition for Week 10 went to Waynesburg sophomore running back Zane Cawley on offense, senior linebacker Tanner Volpatti of W&J on defense, and junior cornerback Justin Logan of Teal on special teams. Earning PAC Newcomer of the Week honors was Teal freshman quarterback Joseph Fell. Week 11 marks the final PAC rivalry week for the near future, as future rivalry games will be worked into the regular season rotation. Highlighting the slate is the 36th playing of the Academic Bowl, as 7-2 Case Western Reserve travels to Pittsburgh to face 8-1 Carnegie Mellon at Gesling Stadium at 7 p.m. CMU has won the last four meetings, including a 20-7 final in Cleveland a year ago. The last Spartans win in the series was a 41-34 overtime triumph in Pittsburgh in 2017. Veteran Case head coach Greg Debelak talks about the significance of the rivalry with Carnegie Mellon to his program.
My brother played at Case back in the early 80s, and that certainly was a big matchup, and had a chance to play Carnegie Mellon when I was at John Carroll. So it goes back many, many years for me. And, the whole Cleveland-Pittsburgh rivalry, I think, plays into it.
The 39th edition of the Mercer County Cup takes place in Greenville, as 3-6 Teal hosts 9-0 Grove City at Alumni Stadium at 1 p.m. GCC leads the Cup Series 26-12 all-time since its inception in 1984, and has won the last 5 contests against the Tomcats. The series between the local foes dates back to 1892, with this year's matchup marking the 109th all-time between the programs. Second-year Teal head coach Sam Bauman talks about the progress his team has made in 2023.
We definitely are improving. We've shown that in wins and losses. We are a team that, I think has greatly improved from year one to year two. Satisfied? Absolutely not, right? We're here to do more. We're excited about it, and the people in this building definitely believe that we can.
The PAC backyard brawl between 2-7 Waynesburg and 7-2 Washington and Jefferson will kick off at Cameron Stadium in Washington at 1 p.m. W&J has dominated the all-time series, which dates back to 1897. The Presidents have won 46 of 50 all-time meetings, including the last 8, with the last Yellow Jacket victory over W&J being a 31-28 overtime final in 2014. Waynesburg head coach Cornelius Coleman talks about Jacket sophomore running back Zane Cawley, who broke the school's single-game rushing record with 336 yards in his first start against Bethany last week.
The great part to see him is just that, not that he's being patient and waiting his time, he's actually just learning. And he's excited to learn from the Justin Flax and the other gentlemen that have been here. So whenever his opportunity comes, he's ready for that moment.
They call it the game when longtime rivals 4-5 Geneva and 5-4 Westminster face off for the 123rd time since 1891 this Saturday at 1 p.m. at Harold-Burry Stadium in New Wilmington, making it the 27th longest rivalry at all levels of college football. The Titans have dominated in recent years with 10 straight victories over the GTs, including a 49-0 blanking in Beaver Falls a year ago. Finally, 2-7 St. Vincent travels to 0-9 Bethany for the Green Game at Bison Stadium at 1 p.m. The Bearcats lead the all-time series with the Bison 10-6, including a 36-7 final in Latrobe last season. Allegheny has the weekend off. That's all for this season-ending edition of the 2023 PAC Football Report. Please log on to the conference website at www.pacathletics.org all season long for the latest news, scores, statistics, and other league information. You can follow us on social media via Facebook, X formerly known as Twitter, and Instagram. Links are available at the PAC website. I'm Joe Underko. Thanks for listening. And for a final time in 2023, we'll see you at the stadium.
Professional, fast, highly knowledgeable, easy to work with. These are real reviews by customers of Sandrock Concrete. For all your concrete block, brick, stone, stonework, and excavating needs, call Jerry Sandrock. For your free estimate at 330-506-0013. Sandrock Concrete is fully insured and ready to make your ideas a reality. Sandrock Concrete is a proud supporter and sponsor of Mahoning Valley High School football on Western Reserve Radio.
Malutic Live is your home for high school sports. We have all the scores on our social media platforms throughout the games. Enjoy our timely updates from local area schools year-round. You won't get the consistency and reliability from anyone else. Our number one priority is servicing our fans and getting them live news as it's happening. Follow us on social media, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Malutic_live. And remember, our fans come first. Accidents happen. That's why you need Repair That Glass. Specializing in windshield replacement and all other auto glass, we offer a full range of automotive glass repairs. Our technicians can do everything from minor chip repair to a complete replacement. Your windows don't go up or down, they can fix that too, along with custom glass work and antiques. Repair That Glass is a family-run business for over 40 years. Repair That Glass. Call for your appointment now at 330-534-3192.
Mill Creek Golf Course is now open. Experience the Donald Ross Championship design of both courses, where you can book a tee time online at millcreekmetroparks.org. Mill Creek features a newly remodeled golf shop, new cart paths, and is a Callaway certified club fitting facility with demo days. The PGA professional staff is now accepting golf outings and leagues. For more information, call 330-740-7112 or stop by and see what all Mill Creek Golf Course has to offer you.
We now return you to the Sandrock Concrete High School Football Game of the Week on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240.
Halftime continues here as we greet you back from Barberton with the score of South Range 14 and the Clearview Clippers 13, got a couple of scores and got sidetracked there for a moment. We can let you know, we mentioned it throughout the game, Dave, the winner of this game meets up with the winner of Perry and Garrettsville Garfield, and they're about 30 seconds before the half in that game, and Perry out in front 28-7, both teams 12-0.
Yeah, that lets you know what type of firepower that Perry team has, because Garfield has had an excellent season. Both of them have, like you said, 12-0. Right now, they're dominating.
Scoring recap of the first half, it was the Clippers that got on the board first. It was Cy Christensen to Malcolm Lane, a 17-yard touchdown pass at the 4:09 mark of the opening quarter. Extra point by Ty Pinto was blocked and no good. 6-0 Clippers. Second quarter at the 5:03 mark, Aiden Dominguez, the first of his two touchdowns, this one from 9 yards out. The extra point was up and good by Logan Butcher, a 7-6 lead for the Raiders at 5:03 to play in the half. 3:26, the Clippers came right back. It was Christensen to Ethan Lorenzina from 36 yards out. The extra point that time by Pinto was good. 13-7 in favor of Clearview. And with just 30 seconds to go in the half, Dominguez, this time a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Logan Butcher extra point gave South Range a 14-13 lead here at the break, and Clearview's played well.
Yeah, yes, they sure have, and they have matched things. It's just like we said, it's been back and forth, and it's been a very strategic game. And I'm wondering now who's going to make the adjustments for the second half, because that's what it's going to come all about.
Saw you working over there feverishly. You got some halftime numbers for us?
Oh, yeah. We got some unofficial stats here, and we're going to go start off with South Range Raiders. In the rushing department, Blake Ewart has 13 carries for 55 yards. Aiden Dominguez has only carried the ball 6 times, but for 41 yards and 2 touchdowns. Luke Starkis, 1 carry, 2 yards. And Tristan Toy from the quarterback position has also carried 8 times for 34 yards. As far as the passing, Tristan Toy was 4 of 7, 77 yards, and 1 interception. And receiving leaders was Gavin Nagy with 2 catches for 21 yards. Heath Krause with 1 catch for 34, and Brady Kumbecker, 1 catch for 22. Now for the Clearview Clippers, rushing Ashton Pavon, 1 carry, 2 yards. Ethan Lorenzia, 7 carries, 33 yards. And the quarterback, Cy Christensen, 2 carries for 3. His passing, he was 9 of 15, 103 yards and 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. In the receiving department, Ethan Lorenzia, 3 receptions, 60 yards, and 1 touchdown. Malcolm Lane, 3 catches, 30 yards, and 1 touchdown. So it's been a lot of offense what we done seen here. And like we said, on both sides of the ball, both teams have been very impressive in what they have done towards this first half of football.
Yeah, it's been very interesting because, you look at these two teams and you look at what they've done on the season. South Range averaging, over 35 points per game, and Clearview averaging over 33 points per game, and it's been the defenses that have stood tall.
Yeah, that's the thing. And, we done seen some big plays, some stoppages that we done seen where a nice drive by Clearview of getting downfield was stopped on 4 downs and turned away at that time, and we've seen the same thing on the opposite side. So it's been, like I said, a very good game. Very interested to see what's going to happen because somebody's going to have to make some big-time adjustments, and we're going to see who does that when we start the second half.
Being entertained by the South Range Marching Band here at the half as their Raiders hold a 14-13 lead over the Clearview Clippers. We're going to take another halftime break. When we come back, we will look at scores around the valley. We'll update you on that and what else is coming up here on Western Reserve Radio and Sports Radio 1240. That's next as you are listening to Sports Radio 1240, WBBW Youngstown and Western Reserve Radio 2. We'll be right back.
Catch all of the spring and summer action of Cleveland Cobras minor league football on Western Reserve Radio. Follow the Cobras as they compete against teams from around the region in pursuit of a Tri-Point Football League championship. And if you're looking to continue your football career after high school, college, or even the pros, or to be part of the Cobras staff, go to clevelandcobrasfootball.com, Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football, or contact owner Jesse Caldwell at 330-416-3442. Be a part of the excitement of Cleveland Cobras football.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier. Then make sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Hey, football fans, don't miss the hard-hitting action of Youngstown Phantoms hockey at the Cavelli Center in downtown Youngstown. The Phantoms are preparing for the upcoming season as they take to the ice to defend their Clark Cup championship. With over a dozen highly touted prospects on this year's roster, the road to the NHL clearly runs through Youngstown. Purchase season tickets, group tickets, and individual game tickets now by calling 330-747-PUCK. That's 330-747-7825, or go to youngstownphantoms.com. Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard, or call 234-254-8532. We now return you to the Sandrock Concrete High School football game of the week on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240.
Welcome back. Halftime continues here from Barberton High School with South Range leading the Clearview Clippers 14-13. Looking at some scores around the valley, we went from 28 to 14. Now we're down to 7 teams left in the area. West Branch, they've won 11 straight after losing to Canfield in week 1. They trail undefeated Canton South 23-7 at the half.
Yeah, and that Canton South team is loaded too, and it's going to be a tough task to try to come back, but that's what they're going to have to try to do there.
Danville eliminated Springfield last week. They're in a close one at the half with Lowellville. It's Danville 14 and the Rockets 8.
Yeah, and that's surprising because a lot of times, and a lot of people talked about that game, Mark, and that Lowellville is going to have a tough time, but they're hanging in there tough.
In a surprise right now, Struthers playing good. Didn't know if they'd be able to play with Mentor Lake Catholic, but they are doing that and more. As the Coach Bayek's Wildcats leading Lake Catholic 14-11 at halftime.
Yeah, and that also was a shocker to us, as we heard it earlier at 14-3. And if they can hold on and get some momentum back and get another score in there, they may be able to pull it out.
And a game you can hear on CDU Sportscast and AM 600 WRQX Mogador with a 13-7 lead over Mineral Ridge at the half. And the Rams, making history this year. This is the furthest they've ever been in the playoffs under Coach Shaner.
Yeah, and the thing about it, they had some injuries going into that game. And you was wondering if they'd be able to hang in there, but they are right there on the cusp of being able to maybe pull this one.
And in a close one at halftime, Ursuline only leading Villa Angela St. Joe 6-0. That is a game that Ursuline beat Villa Angela St. Joe's the first go-round by 20.
Yeah, and that's the thing. They have looked just invincible, really, to be honest with you, Ursuline, this whole season. And for this team to be right there with them, it can make some of the Irish a little nervous.
Over on the Western Pennsylvania side of things, Hickory leading Grove City 17-7 at the half. Sharon on top of Oil City 17-8 at the break over there on the other side of the border. And, right here, we've got a 1-point game at 14-13. South Range on top by 1. Clearview is going to get the football to start the third quarter.
Yeah, and that's what I think they thought of is, hey, we try to see if we can get something before the half. They couldn't. They went on to let the clock run out, but they know they received, and they have been playing some good offensive ball and see if they can continue what they've been doing in the first half.
When you look at this game from a South Range perspective, they have the 1-point lead thanks to the blocked extra point.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think they're talking about in the locker room to come out here in the third quarter?
Yeah, well, I just think just to have a lot of poise, continue doing what you have been doing in the first half, and take care of the football. And that's going to be key on both teams. Take care of the football and be consistent in what you're doing, and you could come out successful in this half.
So both teams making their way out of the locker room. The Clippers on the far side of the field. The Raiders now taking the field down below us, which I'm sure you can hear the traditional cowbells of the Raider fans. Yeah. Wherever they travel, the cowbells travel with them.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you hear them cowbells. I didn't know if I was there or looking at Ole Miss. I mean, but it is ringing loud here as they allow those things to go. And I tell you, they got good support there because we see a nice crowd beneath us really there for the South Range Raiders.
And, we talked about it a little bit in the pregame show, but this is a tremendous facility here in Barberton. Both our first time to, come here for a game. And when you go through the checkoff list of a broadcaster, great position in view, check. Heat in the press box, check. So, they've pretty much done everything they can for this regional semifinal and given us a great venue for the game.
Oh yeah, for sure. And it's that's one thing that we have noticed. It's great. No complaints at it at all, Mark. This has been a very good facility, and we're enjoying this in this booth here. Great view of everything.
So for those of you that are just tuning in, the winner of this game meets the winner of Garrettsville, Garfield, and Perry in a 1-5 matchup, as both teams in that game are 12-0. And we last heard 28-7, Perry leading Garfield at halftime. And, you look back over the years, and assuming that it is that Perry team to move on to the next round, they have given Valley teams fits over the years.
Yeah, it's something that most Valley teams don't want to even see that team there because they have given them a lot of fits over the years. But maybe this is a year that somebody can break through, and if the Raiders can hold on and Perry wins, we'll see if they can do anything with them in the following week.
And, it'll be interesting to see where that game potentially would be played, no matter who comes out of it, because, the potential when playing Perry, and this game could be a little closer to home depending on how it plays out.
Yeah, that's what we wondered, just where we would have to go for that game. But I tell you, wherever it is, we'll be there.
And we had so much fun following this team all the way to Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium last year when the Raiders won their state championship for Coach Yeagley last year. Mm-hmm. And this is our first chance to see the Raiders this year, and new head coach David Rock, who's been a part of this coaching staff for a while, nothing has really changed.
No. I mean, you see it. We've seen with the precision of the offense and their defensive calls. We see the same as we've seen over the years, and they're keeping that tradition going. And like you said, it's just like taking a branch off of a tree, and with Coach Yeagley being able to go and rest now and be able to watch instead of being on that sidelines and being under pressure and everything else, he's able to enjoy it from the sidelines now of home and not out there at this game. But you see the same procedures again. I mean, they're doing an excellent job of coaching and keeping this, as I used to call them, the machine going. And that's what we've seen so far.
Now, this is a team, I have to look, I don't remember the exact numbers. It's something like they've won 49 out of their last 52 games overall. I mean, that's around the exact number, but it's one of those where, they've been a machine the last few years.
Yeah, that's what they have been in these last few years that we have watched them, and it's something that you see a team and, they're not highly penalized, and just shows a lot of discipline, and that's just great coaching.
This third quarter kickoff brought to you by Repair That Glass, reminding you accidents happen. That's why you need Repair That Glass, offering a full range of automotive glass repairs. For an appointment, call 330-534-3192. So Butcher to kick. Clearview won the toss, deferred. They get the ball to begin the third quarter. This Butcher kick is going to be fielded on the hop at the 20-yard line and then pulled down back at the 18-yard line. As trying to get upfield was Malcolm Mullane, and great coverage downfield by the special teams unit.
Right. And I'm going to tell you, that was I think that was purposely kicked that way, as it gave their team a lot of time to get downfield and be right there when he was able to pick that ball up, and not to give them too much room with the football.
Cy Christensen, the sophomore quarterback, is going to work out of a pistol formation. Two receivers to each side. Single running back Ethan Lorenzana in the backfield with him. Receiver goes in motion. Inside handoff Lorenzana. There's no room for him whatsoever. He's going to be dropped for about a 3-yard loss and brings up second down and 13.
And I see that they've moved their defensive backs up, more of a bump and run type of thing, and also bringing in people more in the box. And they're taking those lanes away right now. That may be a strategy for this second half.
Second and 13, back to the 16-yard line. Trips to the right, single receiver to the left side. Christensen out of the pistol. Drops the throw. Sophomore going to loop one downfield, and the pass knocked away at the last second and incomplete. There on the coverage, that's Brady Crumbacher to knock the ball away from the intended target, Keith Colvin. And it's third down and long. So the Clippers now behind the chains at third and long from the 16-yard line. And South Rand's looking to get the stop and get some good field position.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, this is the first time you've seen even, two plays where they've been stopped like this.
Twins to each side. They're going to run it on third down and long, and stopped up for no gain on the play. It's going to bring up 4th down and long, and great adjustments by this Raider defense at halftime.
Yes, they have, and they've taken away all running lanes and everything there. And now they got to punt deeper into their own territory. It should be good. Great field position for the Raiders.
It looks like Connor Kane to punt the football away. Averaging about 35 yards per punt. Single returner for the Raiders back at midfield. Good snap, turns the ball over, gets the low line drive kick away. It is going to be picked up at the 45, across the 50, 45-40, 35-30, 25-20, and down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line on a fantastic return by this special teams unit for South Range, and they are knocking on the door to begin this drive.
Yeah, nice return there, I tell you. He made those first initial tacklers. He made them miss, and I tell you, then he had some area to run there.
So 1st and 10 Raiders from the Clipper 18-yard line. Tristan Toy sends 2 receivers to the left and a wing to the right side, and Luke Starkey. They run the ball with Blake Ewert right up the middle. Big hole inside the 5 and down to the 1-yard line. It's 1st and goal Raiders from the 1.
Yeah, I mean, right up the middle. And when you're talking about attacking something, that's attacking.
1st and goal Raiders from the 1-yard line. Ewert to the left of Toy, who has 2 receivers to his left and a wing to the right side. They give it to Ewert, and he walks in the end zone for a 1-yard touchdown run for Blake Ewert. And just like that, the Raiders tack on to the lead here to start the 3rd.
Yeah, I tell you, Mark, there, I like how they came out of there. Great on defense, those adjustments, and here on offense, they come with the power game and coming right downhill at them.
Blake Ewert adds his 21st rushing touchdown on the season. Snap down, extra point on the way, and it is also good by Logan Butcher. 10:06 to play here in the 3rd quarter, and the Raiders come right down the field and end the drive with a 1-yard touchdown run by Blake Ewert. It is South Range 21, Clearview 13. We're back after a quick break on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240.
Professional, fast, highly knowledgeable, easy to work with. These are real reviews by customers of Sandrock Concrete. For all your concrete block, brick, stone, stonework, and excavating needs, call Jerry Sandrock. For your free estimate at 330-506-0013. Sandrock Concrete is fully insured and ready to make your ideas a reality. Sandrock Concrete is a proud supporter and sponsor of Mahoning Valley High School football on Western Reserve Radio.
We now return you to the Sandrock Concrete High School football game of the week on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240.
Big, quick opening drive of this 3rd quarter by the Raiders. In just 2 plays, they're back in the end zone and now lead 21-13. It's another repair that glass kickoff. Fielded at the 22-yard line, brought back to the 25, to the 30, 35, to the 40. And where will they spot this football? All the way out near the 43-yard line. Looks like where the spot might be. And that's another big return from the Clipper special teams.
And there it is, as they gave them a regular kickoff that time and allowed them to get their hands on the football. And there was a nice big return to get them great field position.
We're listening to the Sandrock Concrete High School football game of the week. For an estimate, call owner Jerry Sandrock at 330-506-0013. Christensen flanked by 2 running backs, 1 receiver to the right, 2 to the left side. Christensen drops back to throw. Going to take the one-on-one shot downfield, and that pass is incomplete over the head of his receiver. Looking downfield, that looked like Malcolm Lane, number 11, the intended target. First time we've really seen the Clipper offense attack deep.
Yeah, it is, and he needed to get a little bit more air up under that football and allow his receiver to run up under it as they threw that more on the line.
2nd and 10 from the 42-yard line. Single receiver right, trips to the left. Lorenz, another running back next to Christensen. He'll give it to him. And he's going to be bottled up. Check that. That's not Lorenzina. That was one of the wide receivers they split out. That's Paypon on the carry. And he's down to the 45-yard line as Lorenzina lined up at the quarterback spot that play.
Yeah, that had us fooled a little bit there.
3rd and 7 from the 45-yard line. Stack 2 receivers to each side, tight to the line of scrimmage. Christensen, 5-step drop. Rolling out, looking for his check down. That's Lorenzina who makes the catch, and a full head of steam as he banged into one of the Raiders near midfield at the 48-yard line. And Ethan Lorenzina went the wrong direction.
Yeah. Man, I tell you.
He got driven back. It's 4th down and 3 from the Clipper 49-yard line. Twins to each side. Christensen in a deep shotgun, like he's going to punt this ball away again. And he will just drop this one in at the 15-yard line. Brought across the 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. Where did he go out of bounds? All the way back at the 36-yard line. Couldn't quite tightrope the sidelines, and they'll spot him back at 36. But nonetheless, Dan, that's good field position for the Raiders.
Yeah. Yeah, because it looked like he was going to break that. He must have barely stepped out over here on the sideline. And he was off to the races.
21-13, South Range leading the Clearview Clippers. 8:54 to play, 3rd quarter. Toy brings the team to the line of scrimmage. Single receivers to each side. Now they'll send one of those receivers in motion behind the quarterback. They give the ball to Blake Ewert, and he hammers across the 40 and down to the 41-yard line. That's a nice pickup of 5 on 1st down.
Yeah, he's coming out and running with a lot of authority in the second half, Mark. He's getting the ball, and he's determined to pick up big yardage.
2nd and 5 at the 41-yard line. Raiders going to send Gavin Nagy to the right. Brady Krumbacher to the left. They're going to run the football. Big hole up the middle across the 40. And down near the 45 to the 44-yard line for Blake Ewert, and another 1st down run.
Yeah, nice 16-yard run on that play. As they are breaking some off now, Mark, and it's straight downhill. They're going right at them. They're using that size and power that they got, and they are going right down their throats at them.
Ewert to the sideline. Dominguez checks back in. He'll get his first carry of the second half as a flag flies as Dominguez able to push the pile forward for just 2.
Get that in that area. It's usually holding, but let's see what happens. Yep.
And that is the initial indication, holding on the Raiders. So that's going to back them up. And this has felt like a different team in the second half.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they come out with a strategy of taking away the running lanes from Clearview and really just forcing them to pass, but they don't have any time to get the ball off. So they got a great plan this second half so far.
1st and 20 at the 47-yard line. Man goes in motion, fake it to him. Toy's going to keep the football, gets across midfield and spins his way down to the 45-yard line. That's a pickup of 8 yards. It's 2nd down and 12 for the Raiders.
Yeah, nice pickup there. And they definitely, they're not taking it to the outside or to the flank. They're coming right downhill in between the tackles, and they're coming down and throw that shit. So that's all power game right now.
High formation. Dominguez, the fullback. Ewert, the tailback. They give it to Dominguez out of the fullback spot, and he has stood up at the line for no gain. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 12 for the Raiders.
Yeah, good defense there as he was able to get not even an inch on that play.
So 3rd down and long for the Raiders. 3rd and 12 from the Clearview 45-yard line, leading 21-13 with 6:40 to play in tonight's 3rd quarter. Krumbacher and Nagy go to the right side. Starkey on a wing to the left. Toy to throw it.
Going to take the quick shot downfield. Had a man open, made the catch in stride. That's Gavin Nagy inside the 5. And Nagy is down to the 4-yard line. It's 1st and goal for the Raiders.
That right there is what you call a dime. I mean, that was a perfectly placed ball. Didn't have to break stride. Right in the hands. Caught the ball and continued to run.
Raiders want to go quickly. 2 receivers to the left side. Toy takes the snap, gives the ball to Ewert, bounces off one defender, and he's down to the 3-yard line.
Boy, did he take a shot right there. And he's still down.
2nd and goal from the 3-yard line. And as you said, Blake, you were a little slow to get up. So you were down on the field. We've got 6:07 to play here in the 3rd quarter, and South Range with a 21-13 lead. Can't really tell what they're looking at for Blake Ewert, who's surrounded by the coaches and training staff.
It looked like at first he was grabbing the lower leg, but trying to see what they're looking at it. You know, he looks like he's pointing down towards that high ankle area, as they call it.
So while the training staff tends to him, we'll step aside for a quick break and come back with more. 6:07 to play, 3rd quarter. South Range 21, Clearview 13. And let's hold it right here as Ewert is able to get up and come to the sidelines, and he's not putting any weight on that right ankle at all.
Yeah, not at all. Yeah, he took a shot there and got bent backwards.
So Ewert slowly making his way to the sidelines, leading rusher with over 1,800 yards on the season. And we will have to keep an eye to see whether he's able to return to the contest. Which means Aiden Dominguez now takes over in that feature back position. 6'1", 205-pound junior. He'll line up to the left of Tristan Toy. And they're going to hand it off to him. And Dominguez is able to get into the end zone for his 3rd rushing touchdown of the evening for the Raiders.
Yeah, he found his way and kept those legs driving until he got into the end zone for his 3rd rushing touchdown, as you said, Mark.
So his 3-yard run adds to the Raider lead with 5:37 to play here in this 3rd quarter. So Logan Butcher will come on to attempt the extra point. Good snap, good hold. The extra point on the way. And it is good. 5:37 to play here in the 3rd quarter. And South Range lead is now out to 28-13 over the Clearview Clippers. And a much more determined team to start this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, and they're trying to double them up now. So they're trying to put some distance in between the two teams. And they came out with a different mentality offensively and defensively. And this is something Clearview now. We're going to find out what they're all about now, because we done seen that they didn't show that resiliency before. Let's see what happens here when you're down 2 scores like this.
And if you're just joining us, we had Blake Ewert come off the field with a lower body injury on this drive for the Raiders. But he is, of course, their leading rusher. But you throw in the fact that Tristan Toy has rushed for almost 900 yards and almost 600 yards for Aiden Dominguez. So they have a lot of other ways they can go.
Yeah, they sure can, and they use all of them. And that's the thing, we know that you're the main ball carrier, but look at tonight, as we've seen Dominguez get in that end zone 3 times. So they don't mind bringing him in important situations to play in that running back position.
This kickoff brought to you by Repair That Glass, reminding you that accidents happen. That's why you need Repair That Glass, offering a full range of automotive glass repairs. For an appointment, call 330-534-3192. High, short kick. They will run up on it at the 23-yard line, across the 25, staying in bounds, trying to cut to the outside, and now being tackled all the way back inside the 25, nearly 24-yard line is Malcolm Lane, and that little drop kick worked again.
Yeah, absolutely. See, that does. It allows their defenders to get down there and surround the ball carrier and not allow too much to happen. Injury down there, Mark.
And we have a Clearview Clipper player down at the 30-yard line. Is
trying to see, it looks like number 57.
And didn't see any injuries in the first half of action. But here to start the third quarter, we've seen a couple of stoppages for injuries. This one with a player down at the 30-yard line. And this one might potentially just be a cramp or a knee issue being tended to by the training staff.
Yeah, because after he went down, because I was thinking definitely a cramp, but now they're starting to flex that leg, and he pointed to something. It looked like around the knee area.
So while they look at him, we'll step aside for a quick break on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240.
Hey, football fans, don't miss the hard-hitting action of Youngstown Phantoms hockey at the Cavelli Center in downtown Youngstown. The Phantoms are preparing for the upcoming season as they take to the ice to defend their Clark Cup championship. With over a dozen highly touted prospects on this year's roster, the road to the NHL clearly runs through Youngstown. Purchase season tickets, group tickets, and individual game tickets now by calling 330-747-PUCK. That's 330-747-7825, or go to youngstownphantoms.com.
Clark Cup champion!
We now return you to the Sandrock Concrete High School football game of the week on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240.
The injured player, Isaac DeAndrea, able to get up and with some help walk to the far sidelines as the Clippers, now down 28-3 to the Raiders, will send the offense out onto the field. Clippers going to have two receivers go to the right side. Now they'll put a third one in the slot and one to the left side. Christensen drops to throw. Going to set up the screen. That pass is caught across the 25-30. On his feet, 35-40, and down to the 42-yard line is Aiden Cruz with the receiver middle screen for a nice gain.
Yeah, and it looked like a dangerous one, too, in the middle there. But he was able to pluck that ball and take off and get a nice pickup out of it.
Aiden Cruz, second on the team, coming into play today with 46 receptions for over 500 yards and 5 touchdowns. Four receivers to the right, one to the left. Christensen alone in the backfield. Sophomore, 5-step drop, going to roll to his right side. Looking downfield, still eyes downfield. Fires a dart underneath, and that pass is incomplete. And it will bring up a second down and 10. That was a strong throw on the run, but the pass falls incomplete.
Yeah, and a dangerous one, too, because it almost got through. It did get through the receiver's hands, and the defensive back was out of bounds, but he almost intercepted that football.
Second and 10 at the 42. Incompletion stops the clock. 4:45 in the third quarter. 28-13 South Range. Clearview going to send four receivers to the right, one to the left side. Play clock down to 5 seconds. They'll snap it. Christensen going to roll that way. Throws on the run. Has a receiver open across the 45 and pushing Raider tacklers down to the 41-yard line. That is a nice completion for another Clearview first down. And again, that's Malcolm Lane, who's had a nice night.
Yes, he sure has. That's his 5th reception already.
So first and 10 for the Clippers at the 41-yard line of the Raiders. Christensen and Lorenzina in the backfield. One receiver right, two to the left side. Play clock at 12 seconds. Christensen, pump fake, nice. Pass intercepted at the 35-yard line, brought back across the 40 and down to the 42-yard line. Stepping in front of that throw for the Raiders. That is Luke Starkey with the second interception for this Raiders defense. Just kind of lying in the weeds and jumped up and made that interception.
Yeah, he sure did. That was a very good interception there.
So the Raiders have the football back, leading 28-13 with 4:11 to play. South Range left to right as they begin this drive from their 43-yard line. Two receivers left. It's Dominguez on a wing as they hand it off on first down. And driving down to the 48-yard line. That's a nice carry on first down.
Number 82 there on the offense. He was carrying the football on that one, Mark.
82 is Dylan Smeshko, who's listed as the running back wearing 82. Gain of 6, second down and 4. Play fake. Toy's going to run the football. Bounce outside. Looking for a block across the 40, and he's tripped up right at the 40-yard line. He was one block away from a touchdown.
Yeah.
It's a first down for the Raiders at the Clearview 40-yard line.
Nice run there. I tell you, that momentum is really flowing strong on South Range part, and it's all downhill as they are really running the ball right at them.
First and 10 at the Clipper 40-yard line. Take the snap. They'll hand it off, and running it again across the 30 and down to about the 27-yard line. Again, that's Dylan Smeshko, number 82 on the carry.
Yeah, he's coming in. He's running with some authority there, too. And I tell you, this is just all wheel right here, Mark. Downhill, straight power football.
6 foot, 200-pound junior gets the football again. This time will drive inside the 20, push the pile all the way down to about the 18-yard line. That's a pickup of about 8 yards on first down.
Mm-hmm. Well, he came in off the bench and carried the ball 3 times already for 27 yards. Not bad, 9 yards a clip.
That shows you the depth of this South Range football team. Smeshko again, the running back. Play action. Toy swings it out into the flat. Nagy makes the catch. Gets a block inside the 10, inside the 5. Ball falls loose on the turf, and the Raiders able to maintain possession back to about the 9-yard line.
Was that Nagy that caught that ball there?
And Gavin Nagy with another reception. It is first and goal for the Raiders at the 9-yard line. One receiver out to each side. Toy takes the snap, hands the ball off, and is going to push into the pile for a couple of yards. Again, that's Dylan Smeshko, the junior running back, 6 foot, 200 pounds.
And he's very fresh because he hadn't been in earlier playing in that running back position. He's running with a lot of authority.
Dominguez will check out. Luke Starkey back in at the fullback spot, 6 foot, 205-pound junior. Sets up on a wing to the right side, 2 receivers to the left. Smeshko is the running back. Toy fakes it to him. Going to try to bounce to the outside. He is wheeled down back at the 9-yard line. That's a loss of 2. And it's third and goal back to the 9.
Good defense there. They try to trick him a little bit and get to the outside, but good defense and was able to drop him for a loss.
Under a minute to play here in this third quarter. 3rd and 9 from the 9 for the Raiders.
Fast-moving third quarter also.
Play clock now down under 10 seconds. Game clock approaching 30 seconds. Raiders coming to the line. And now we've got a whistle as the play clock was down to 2 seconds. And the Raiders forced to have to take a timeout here as the play clock was running down. That'll be their first timeout of the half, Dave, and they'll be left with 2. Clippers have all 3 of theirs, and it's just been another prototypical South Range drive.
Yeah, and this is what we said. I wanted to see the adjustments, and the adjustments we have seen has been all South Range in the second half. Completely different defensive setup, and then the offense has just been something also. Got another player out there, huh? That's Cramp there, I believe.
Yeah, that definitely looks like cramps by one of the South Range players that's down at the 15-yard line. And I don't know if it's definitely a lot of different play calls in this third quarter or just a higher level of execution, especially up front by the Raiders.
Yeah, I mean, this is just all what you want to impose your will on a football team. They're running straight downhill. There's no trap blocks. There's nothing like that. They are hat on hat, and they're just overpowering the Clearview defensive line right now. Their technique is not working right now. They're going straight downhill and straight at them. And we haven't seen any sweeps. We haven't seen any pitches, no misdirection. Every carry has been straight up the middle between the guard centers. And that's all it's been, and they have not been able to stop it. And that's when you impose your will on a football team and you wear them down. And that's what we see is going on right now.
Junior lineman Patrick Lally, 6'1", 215, was the one who had the cramp that they were able to work out, and he'll come to the sidelines for at least one play.
And the way they're blocking, I can see he might get a cramp because they are pile driving Clearview defensive line right now.
3rd and goal from the 9. Toy back to throw, and this play is going to be blown down. And a procedure penalty on the Raiders going to back them up and put them behind the chains to face the 3rd down and long.
Yep, I tell you, Mark, that I was kind of surprised because he was dropping back to try to catch him off guard with a pass. They've been bludgeoning him so far with the run game, and I tell you, it is 3rd down, so you kind of understand it's 3rd and goal. So you can see them trying to go to the air and maybe try to get that ball in once again.
3rd and goal from the 14-yard line. Toy going to roll out to the outside, look for the end zone, and that pass is caught for a touchdown for the South Range Raiders. That was a perfectly thrown football by Toy, as his receiver did a nice job to come back to the football, and that is Brady Crumbacher on the touchdown reception for the Raiders.
Yes, it was. It was perfectly placed football.
So Toy has his first touchdown pass of this game. And they're going to have a penalty. This is going to be on Clearview, trying to anticipate the snap count, and someone came across early. So we'll have to see what Coach Rock decides to do here.
Yeah, we'll go for 2 or just go ahead and kick it, or it looked like they stopped the play before the kick.
So South Range now with a 34-13 lead. So they kick this extra point, gives them a 4-score advantage as we get ready to head into the 4th quarter.
Yeah, sure is.
So they will just line this one up from the 10-yard line. Good snap, kick on the way, and the extra point by Logan Butcher is up and good. A 21-0 outburst here in the 3rd quarter by the Raiders has given them a 35-13 lead with just 17 seconds to play here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, this is complete domination in the second half, and they had a game plan. They had it set for the second half of what they wanted to do in their adjustments, and then they just came out and executed on both sides of the football and just overwhelmed the Clearview football team right now. And I think they're trying to find some answers, but all they got is basically now 12 minutes and 17 seconds. We got 17 seconds left in this quarter. What they're going to do, they have to, there's no doubt about it, Mark, not just put a good drive together. They have to score in this next possession.
Absolutely, with 17 seconds to play here in the 3rd quarter. Clearview is going to get the football back after the Toy to Crumbacher touchdown pass, and it had been all on the ground for South Range before that completion, and was probably the best ball thrown by Toy tonight.
Yeah, he fired that thing and put it right on the target.
So South Range set to kick the football away and just repair that glass kickoff. For an appointment, call them at 330-534-3192. Tell Donnie you heard it here on Sports Radio 1240 and Western Reserve Radio. They will drop another kick in at the 21-yard line, trying to go wide, now cutting back. And tackled at the 25-yard line is Malcolm Lane, and that kick has really slowed down this return game from the Clippers.
Yeah, because they only had the one nice return in the second half, and that's really been their best play. This second half is the one kick. We had one nice pass they had to cruise, but other than that, there's been no type of offense for Clearview in this second half.
So sophomore quarterback Cy Christensen going to have three receivers to the right and one to the left. He'll be alone in the backfield on 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. Christensen going to roll to the right. Going to throw off his back foot. Pass caught. And his receiver was the check down out of the backfield for a short gain. And we have come to the end of the third quarter. A 21-point outburst by the Raiders here in the third. They now lead it 35-13. We'll be back for the fourth quarter on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240.
Catch all of the spring and summer action of Cleveland Cobras minor league football on Western Reserve Radio. Follow the Cobras as they compete against teams from around the region in pursuit of a Tri-Point Football League championship. And if you're looking to continue your football career after high school, college, or even the pros, or to be part of the Cobras staff, go to Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football or contact owner Jesse Caldwell at 330-416-3442. Be a part of the excitement of Cleveland Cobras football.
Accidents happen. That's why you need Repair That Glass. Specializing in windshield replacement and all other auto glass, we offer a full range of automotive glass repairs. Our technicians can do everything from minor chip repair to a complete replacement. Your windows don't go up or down, they can fix that too, along with custom glass work and antiques. Repair That Glass is a family-run business for over 40 years. Repair That Glass. Call for your appointment now at 330-534-3192.
We now return you to the Sandrock Concrete High School football game of the week on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240.
Final 12 minutes, and this one put up on the scoreboard here from Barberton. 35-13 South Range with the lead. They'll meet the winner of Perry and Garfield in late third quarter. 35-7 Perry leading Garfield. Second and 5 at the 30-yard line for the Clippers. Snap it to the running back, fakes the flip. He's going to keep it. And Lorenzana going to get across the 35 out to the 36-yard line, and that is a 6-yard gain and a Clipper first down.
First positive thing they had this second half is to get that first down there.
Tonight's fourth quarter brought to you by Lena's Pierogi House. Your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Visit Lena's Pierogi House on Facebook or call 234-254-8532. 4 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Christensen alone in the backfield. He'll roll to the strong side. Set his feet. That pass is going to sail on the sophomore quarterback and go out of bounds. Intended for the 5'7", Dominic Jackson.
Yeah, like I said, some of these passes he's throwing off that back foot, and that it's almost like a shot put, and it's overthrown. It gets away from him.
Second and 10 from the 36-yard line. 11:23 to play in the fourth quarter. 35-13 South Range. Again, 4 to the right, 1 to the left side. Christensen takes the snap. Going to take the deep shot, one-on-one downfield, and is that pass intercepted by the Raiders? Yes, it is. That's the third interception for this Raiders secondary, and they'll have the football at the 37-yard line, first down and 10. And a big evening for Krumbacher continues without interception. So the Raiders have the football back with 11:14 to play in a 35-13 lead. Wing to the right, 2 receivers to the left. Toy going to hand it off on first down. Smeshko going to carry the football. And he'll pick up 2. It is second down and 8. He will come to the sidelines, and Aiden Dominguez, the junior, will check in. So one junior for another in the backfield for Coach David Rock. Toy single back into the backfield. Quarterback power. He's going to keep the football. Break free across the 50. On his feet, 45. Got a big block, 40, 35, 30 to the 20. Cuts back to the 15, to the 10. And he is going to be into the end zone for a touchdown. 60. Unbelievable touchdown run. 61-yard touchdown run for Tristan Toy. And it's 41-13 Raiders.
I tell you there, great blocking downfield all the way as he zigged and zagged back through the defenders and was able to get it all the way in there and get into that end zone.
So Toy is accounted for his second touchdown. This one a 61-yard touchdown run to make it 41-13. And the Raiders going to leave the offense out there, try to get the margin to 30 points.
Yeah, and get the running clock going, I guess.
So it will be Starkey to the right. Toy going to roll out. Going to look downfield. Going to fire off the hands of the receiver. Incomplete. So the 2-point attempt is no good. And that makes the score 41-13 in favor of South Range. With 10:26 to play, and we've seen it in all different ways here in this second half. Long, sustained scoring drives, and that one, the quick 61-yard run for the touchdown out of the quarterback.
Yeah, I tell you there, 27 unanswered points in this second half, and really just separated itself from this football team. Very impressive. That's all I can say.
You got to give a lot of credit to the coaching staff for making the adjustments at the half, but then credit also has to go to the team for executing the adjustments that the coaching staff made.
Right. That's the other thing we got to look at. It's great job by coaching there, but you got to be able to execute, and it's on the players to do so, and they have been able to do that this second half.
It's a very experienced football team for the Raiders. Couple of new starters mixed in throughout, including the quarterback Tristan Toy in his first year at the starting spot. So it's time for a Repair That Glass kickoff. They offer a full range of automotive glass repairs. Call them at 330-534-3192. Butcher's kick is going to take a bounce, be touched by one of the Clippers, and roll all the way back inside the 10-yard line. And able to get back on the football was Malcolm Lane all the way back at the 6-yard line. And that just took a tricky hop for him to try and cover.
He couldn't get anything on that. And that's what you got to get up there. As a return man, you have to get it. They plop one up there, you got to haul it and get there and get up under that football, because you can call a fair catch if you have to now. So you do that. But anyway, you got to get up under, because that is a live football.
So 1st and 10 from the 7-yard line for the Clearview Clippers. 41-13, South Range with the lead. Christensen going to work with an empty backfield and 5 wide receivers. Sophomore drops back into his end zone. Hits the one-on-one shot downfield for Dominic Jackson that is overthrown and incomplete. And we've talked a lot about the offense here in the second half, but let's give credit to this secondary that's played exceptionally well. They have 3 interceptions, and they've held this Clearview team 20 points at the moment under their scoring average.
Yeah, and a complete shutting them down in the second half. They haven't been able to do anything really on offense. I think they got 2 first downs in the second half.
2nd and 10 from the 7-yard line. Man goes in motion. They give it on the reverse action to Ethan Lorenzana, and he's going to be bottled up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll give him 1, and it brings up a 3rd down and 9.
Yeah, and see, this is what I thought they should have did. They seemed to panic as they got behind. A lot of time was in there. You know, they was down 2 scores. I think you stay what you're getting. You try to mix up the thing. They went straight passing, and it's been downhill for Clearview since.
3rd and 9 from the 8-yard line. Christensen from his end zone. Going to step into a deep throw, and that is going to be into double coverage. And incomplete as the receiver went flying into the Raider bench, did Aiden Cruz. And it's going to be 4th down and 9 from the 8-yard line.
Well, I tell you, that's been 1, 2, 3 out. And it's really something that what we've seen in this second half is complete dominance.
So the punter will drop back halfway in his end zone, and the Clippers are down a man, so they will hustle somebody on with 9 seconds on the play clock. Returner for the Raiders standing at the Clipper 40-yard line. High snap pulled down by the punter, but this play was blown down.
Look like they got the penalty flag out.
So that is a false start penalty on the special teams unit. It's going to back the football up even further.
Yeah, I didn't understand that. You know, you seen the play clock running down. You got all 3 timeouts. Call a timeout. Now you make it even tougher.
Punter just inbounds. They get the snap to him. They get the rush on, and that one almost blocked. And it's going to be picked up at the 32 and down to the 25-yard line. On the return by Gavin Nagy, and they've got one of the Clippers slow to get up and make the way to the sidelines. And that is number 53, Mason Starr, a senior.
Mm-hmm. That's their center there.
So the Raiders going to have the football back with 9:21 to play here in the fourth quarter and a 41-13 lead. It's been a very impressive 27-point turnaround here in the second half.
Yeah, I mean, that's all you can say. One word, impressive.
Smesko now at the running back spot to the right of Toy. Fake it to him. They'll flip it downfield, and a little confusion as Toy hit the blocking receiver downfield. Krumbacher from behind. It's 2nd down and 10.
I'm sure that caught Krumbacher off guard there as he was blocking, and it hit him right in the back.
Under 2 minutes to play, fourth quarter. Mogador 21, Mineral Ridge 7. As the winner of this game, moving on. Winner of that game will move on to the next round, as that's going to be a handoff to the receiver, Nagy, who went in motion, and Nagy's going to lose some big yardage back near the 33-yard line.
Yeah. Like about an 8-yard loss there.
So clock will continue to roll. We go under 9 minutes to play in the fourth quarter, brought to you by Lena's Pierogi House. Starkey will check out. Dominguez will check in. It's going to be Nagy and Kraus out to the right side, Krumbacher to the left. Toy to throw it on 3rd down and long. He'll fire downfield to that pass, intercepted by the secondary of the Clippers. Second interception thrown by Toy, and this interception by Keith Colvin, number 4. And the Clippers have the ball back with 8:23 to play in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, that one there was read all the way, and he was able to pick that one off.
Congratulations to Coach Brian Shaner and the Mineral Ridge Rams. Their season comes to an end tonight by a final score of 21-7, but a record-breaking season, the furthest the Rams had ever advanced in the playoffs.
Right, and I tell you, they played a tough Magador team, and to be in that ball game, that one was really a great accomplishment this year.
Christensen to try to throw out of a sack, and he was able to get the pass away and incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10, back at the 19-yard line. And you kind of alluded to it. When they got down by a couple scores, the Clippers have gone to nothing but the passing game.
Mm-hmm.
And South Range just been able to kind of, pin their ears back and come after them.
Yeah, and I kind of disagree because it was early in the third quarter. And I think you just stay with your game plan, what you've been doing well.
Christensen to throw it again with time. Swings it to his back out of the flat. Stutter steps across the 20 and out to the 23-yard line. And this will bring up a third down and about 6 to go for the Clippers. And we've got an official stoppage in play with a player down. That might be Lorenzina, at the 7:56 mark of this fourth quarter.
Well, I really think hopefully it's nothing major to him. He's had a very good game. A tough running back there, has done a lot of things. Looking like a cramp. But I tell you that this is when a team you get to see has been worn down. And that power football in the second half really did what they needed to be done by South Range and really take over this football game.
So it looks like this year's Division 5, Region 17 regional final will be between the Perry Pirates and the South Range Raiders. That, of course, location to be announced Sunday afternoon by the OHSAA. And like Dave said earlier, wherever they are, you will probably find us next week.
Yeah, absolutely.
3rd and 5 from the 24-yard line. Christensen to throw it. Has time, try to go middle. That ball was batted, went off the back of one of the linemen for the Raiders and will fall incomplete. That ball, that hit off number 55. That is Cameron Quisto, a senior offensive lineman and defensive lineman. That deflected off of him. And it's going to bring up a 4th down and 5 for the Clippers.
And they're going for it, I'm assuming here. If they have no other choice, really, give it one more shot.
Christensen has 4 receivers in the formation as the sophomore drops the throw. Being pressured, he's going to fire downfield, pass caught, and then the ball popped in the air, and that ball was intercepted on the fly by the South Range secondary, and that was timed beautifully for the interception. And that is the 4th interception by the South Range defense here in tonight's game. He hit the receiver who made the catch, Malcolm Lane. Sorry, Dave. The ball went flying into the air, and there were 2 Raiders there to dive on the football before it hit the turf.
Yeah, and that's how you play football. Rally to the ball, and you can make some things happen.
Dylan Smesko is the running back. Junior going to get the handoff. 2 hands on the football across the 20, 15, dragging tacklers inside the 10, still pushing the pile inside the 5.
He's gone.
And he is going to be into the end zone for a 29-yard touchdown for the Raiders. That's 7:24 to play here in the fourth quarter. Unbelievable. Just kept the feet churning, kept pushing the pile, kept driving the ball downfield. And South Range on the board again, now leading 47-13, and the running clock will begin.
Yes, it will.
High snap. Butcher able to get the kick up on the way, and it is good. 6:53 to play fourth quarter. And it's now South Range 48. And the Clearview Clippers 13. We're back after a quick break on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240.
Nina's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard, or call 234-254-8532. We now return you to the Sandrock Concrete High School football game of the week on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240.
6:49 to play in the fourth quarter here from Barberton. Mark Means, Dave Clark, Jim Craven, Matthew Craven, Dave Ferris, a cast of thousands keeping us on the air tonight.
Oh, yeah. Well, I tell you, we had a great first half, but this second half has been all South Range. No answers from Clearview at all, offensively or defensively.
I had fun with the Rams the last 2 weeks, but it's good to be back with you, partner, this week.
Oh, yeah. It's good to be back, and the machine is back.
Kickoff is going to drive the returner back to the 12, trying to get to the edge across the 15-yard line, across the 20, and near the 25-yard line before being driven out of bounds is Malcolm Lane.
Oh, I don't like how he went down, the way his leg folded up under. I hope he gets up there, and he has not moved.
And Lane down on the far sideline, right in front of that Clearview bench.
He's up. That's something. The way that leg folded up under him, when you get tackled at the shoulder pass like that, that's a dangerous play.
All right, good to see him up. With 6:03, clock rolling here in the fourth quarter as we've gone to running clock with a 48-13 lead for the Raiders.
I mean, this is very surprising. I mean, I look for South Range to play great, but 34-zip in the second half is really, really something.
And this
impressive.
Was a 14-13 South Range lead when we went to the locker room.
Right.
It's now 48-13. Cruz goes in motion. Christensen back to throw. Has all kinds of time and just unloads this one into the bench.
Yeah, I don't know what was going on there.
It was not a normal looking throw. It almost seemed like in disgust he just kind of threw the football away.
Yeah, just threw it away. And they're getting all of their young guys out here for South Range into the game right now.
So the Raiders, some wholesale substitution. It's 2nd and 10 from the 27 for Christensen and the Clippers. They're going to hand the ball off on a sweep to the outside. And across the 30 and out to the 33-yard line. That looked like Keith Colvin on the carry. So it's going to set up a 3rd and 4 from the 33-yard line. Looks to be the South Range Raiders and the Perry Pirates in the Division 5 Region 17 final, and a site to be determined next week. This is a inside handoff to Larentina, who's back into the ball game for the Clippers, and that'll be a first down. Remind you, you're listening to Sports Radio 1240, WBBW Youngstown in Western Reserve Radio 2. Part of the iMedia One network. Christensen to throw it on first down. Fires this pass in stride, caught by Lane, and then immediately tackled. Coming up there to make the stop, that's Troy Combs, a junior defensive back for the Raiders. Clippers going to go hurry up here. After the first down to the South Range 49-yard line. Twins to each side. Christensen pump fakes. Looks to throw, breaks out of a tackle, flips the ball downfield to Malcolm Lane. Lane across the 40, and then Lane has a first down and about 2 more. As coming up to make the tackle, that's Heath Kraus, the junior tight end linebacker for the Raiders. It is 1st and 10 to the South Range 37-yard line. Trips right, single receiver left. Christensen going to look that way, going to throw that way. Pass caught right at the first down marker. And 2 Raiders there to make the tackle at the 34-yard line. Clock continuing to roll. Now under 3 minutes to play in tonight's fourth quarter. Christensen looking to the sidelines for the play call. Play clock down to 19 seconds. Four receivers to the right, one to the left side. Christensen, 5-step drop. Steps up into the pocket. Going to look downfield, and a pass is caught. An unbelievable catch between 2 defenders. down to the 5-yard line. Looked like Lorenzen, the running back out of the slot position, made another nice catch.
We sure did there.
So first and goal for the Raiders for the Clippers from the 6-yard line. Man goes in motion. They give it to Lorenzen, trying to bounce to the outside, and he's going to dive for the goal line, and he's in for the touchdown for the Clearview Clippers. So that is the first point scored here of this second half by the Clearview Clippers. And making it 48-19 with 1:56 to play here in this fourth quarter. Christensen to throw. Going to go all the way back to the other side of the field, and the two-point conversion is caught by Aiden Cruz, and that was a nice-looking play call.
Yeah, it sure was. Get him to come all the way across and get that two-point conversion there.
So the 3-yard touchdown run and the two-point conversion makes it 48-21 with 1:56 to play here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, well, let's stop the clock now as we got it up under 30, but minute 56, and I'm sure they're going to try to get an onside here.
And will be interesting to see how this team moves forward. They were 3-7 last year, really exploded this year at 10-2. Mm-hmm. The only problem is they graduate their top 2 running backs, their top 4 wide receivers, but Cy Christensen still has 2 more years at the quarterback spot.
Yeah, and he should be able to groom and get a lot better and see what they have in guys coming up and see if they can keep this going in the right direction with their football program.
So we'll expect the onside kick here from Connor Kane. Clippers use a couple of different kickers. Kane will handle this kickoff as he's got the ball kind of turned on its side, but don't really see any indication that this is going to be an onside kick by the way they're lined up.
Yeah, I think if he is going to do it, he's going to do where you kick the top of the football and get that high bounce if you can.
They're going to fake it and have somebody else kick the football, and there are 2 Raiders right there to fall on the football at the 47-yard line. And South Range will have recovered this onside attempt with 1:52 to play here in the fourth quarter. Raiders got a little bit of a scare in the first half from this very good Clipper football team, but it just seemed like over time the size up front of the Raiders kind of took their toll.
Yeah, absolutely did. And they did a great thing of they really went away from the game plan we've seen this second half. In the first half, they did not really run a power game. They ran the ball sometimes, but they did a lot of other things, misdirections and sweeps. And once they went to the power game, they just overwhelmed Clearview.
Well, there's a penalty called at the end of all of this that didn't even see the flag on the field. But the penalty is going to add on extra yardage after South Range recovered the onside kick and moved the ball down to the 38-yard line.
Yeah, they should be able to run this clock out now. You got all the young guys in there. I don't know if they're going to just go in there and go into the victory position. They could, but with the young guys, I think you run the ball, and one of these young guys may be very enthused to try to break something off here.
So 1st and 10 for the Raiders, and they had a little bit of confusion. So they were forced to use a timeout. We'll try and get you some of the numbers that Jimmy Powell looks like he's in at the quarterback spot, number 31. And we welcome everyone listening on the City View Sportscast and AM 600 WRQX after Mineral Ridge fell to Mogador 21-7. And South Range throwing the football down this late.
Yeah, I know you got the young guys in, But I'm sure that Clearview doesn't take too kindly that you're throwing the football, with a 27-point lead with only 1 minute and 48 seconds left. You got the young guys in. I think you let them run the football. That's all you need to do, just run the football.
See, Nate Lewis, a junior wide receiver wearing number 14, is in. Troy Combs, another junior wide receiver wearing 17, is checked in. To run the football on 2nd down and 15. And that is a gain across the 35 and down to the 33-yard line.
Yeah, it looked like Smithko again.
Yeah, Dylan Smithko's done a nice job in relief of Blake Ewart, who left this game earlier with an injury. And we hope the best for Blake in a big football game for the senior that's coming up next week.
Yeah, I'm sure they want to have him available.
3rd down and 5. Powell puts a man in motion, gives it to him on the sweep. And a flag comes in as he is tackled at the 35-yard line.
Probably got a holding call in there.
And where that flag came in the area of holding, and that's what the penalty will be with 55 seconds to play here in tonight's 4th quarter. 4th quarter brought to you by Lena's Pierogi House. That is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Visit Lena's Pierogi House on Facebook to see the weekly lineup of available favorites for dine-in or carry-out, or call Lena's Pierogi House at 234-254-8532. And we can tell you firsthand, they're some of the best pierogies you're going to find.
Yes, sir. Do not eat the pierogies before you have to broadcast a game.
But eat them any other time.
Any other time, because I tell you, you'd be feeling really good and full.
Raiders just going to bring everyone inside. They're going to have to snap the football one more time, and that'll be a knee by Jimmy Powell. And the South Range Raiders will move on to play in the regional final again this year, as they will take on the Perry Pirates as the final 15 seconds in tonight's game comes off the clock. The confetti flies down below us, and the Raiders continue their march to Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium to defend their Division V state championship. Final score, South Range 48, and it was the Clearview Clippers 21. We'll take a break, come back, and begin the postgame show next here on Western Reserve Radio and Sports Radio 1240.
Mill Creek Golf Course is now open. Experience the Donald Ross Championship design of both courses, where you can book a tee time online at millcreekmetroparks.org. Mill Creek features a newly remodeled golf shop, new cart paths, and is a Callaway certified club fitting facility with demo days. The PGA professional staff is now accepting golf outings and leagues. For more information, call 330-740-7112 or stop by and see what all Mill Creek Golf Course has to offer you.
Accidents happen. That's why you need Repair That Glass. Specializing in windshield replacement and all other auto glass, we offer a full range of automotive glass repairs. Our technicians can do everything from minor chip repair to a complete replacement. Your windows don't go up or down, they can fix that too, along with custom glass work and antiques. Repair That Glass is a family-run business for over 40 years. Repair That Glass. Call for your appointment now at 330-534-3192.
Catch all of the spring and summer action of Cleveland Cobras minor league football on Western Reserve Radio. Follow the Cobras as they compete against teams from around the region in pursuit of a Tri-Point Football League championship. And if you're looking to continue your football career after high school, college, or even the pros, or to be part of the Cobras staff, go to Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football, or contact owner Jesse Caldwell at 330-416-3442. Be a part of the excitement of Cleveland Cobras football.
Professional, fast, highly knowledgeable, easy to work with. These are real reviews by customers of Sandrock Concrete. For all your concrete block, brick, stone, stonework, and excavating needs, call Jerry Sandrock. for your free estimate at 330-506-0013. Sandrock Concrete is fully insured and ready to make your ideas a reality. Sandrock Concrete is a proud supporter and sponsor of Mahoning Valley High School football on Western Reserve Radio.
We now return you to the Sandrock Concrete High School football game of the week on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240.
And we welcome you back here to Barberton one final time tonight as the South Range Raiders move on with a 48-21 victory tonight over the Clippers from Clearview. This was a one-point game, 14-13 South Range at the half, and then a second-half offensive explosion. 10:06 of the third quarter, Blake Ewert's one-yard touchdown run made it 21-13 in favor of the Raiders. They followed that up with Dominguez's third touchdown of the game at the 5:37 mark. This from 3 yards out, 28-13 in favor of the Raiders. And it was 17 seconds in the third quarter. Toy hit Krumbacher from 15 yards out. And it was 35-13 South Range going to the fourth quarter. Toy began that fourth quarter with a 61-yard touchdown run, making it 41-13. And then Smeshko in relief, a 29-yard touchdown run, 48-13 in favor of the Raiders. And then Lorenzana added a 3-yard touchdown run and the ensuing 2-point conversion to our final score of South Range 48 and a Clearview 21. And a lot of players saw action in tonight's game tonight for the Raiders, Dave.
Yeah, they sure did. I'm sure I didn't expect that to happen the way it did there. That second half was just unbelievable what we've seen. And just the dominance in that second half of putting a game plan together offensively and defensively and then actually execute it. You don't usually see that so purely, but that's what happened in the second half.
So let's take a look at some of the numbers that you've got for us here tonight on what is a big win for the Raiders, who improved to 12-1.
Well, I'm just going to do a little bit here with Clearview first. And Lorenzen at the running back position had 13 carries, 49 yards. And Cy Christensen, what we said, just a sophomore, 36 passes, 18 completions, 193 yards, and 2 touchdowns. But we really hated what really got him was the interception in the second half. He had 4 of them.
Mm-hmm.
And that really what did him in. Ethan Lorenzen was also great at the receiver position, and he wasn't a receiver, but out of the backfield, 7 catches, 104 yards and a touchdown. And his running mate in Milton Lane, 6 catches, 77 yards and a touchdown. But let's look at our South Range Raiders. You know, I tried to pick just 1 or 2 guys, but they had such great job tonight. And Blake Ewert, 18 carries, 94 yards and a touchdown. Adam Dominguez, 8 carries, 44 yards, 3 touchdowns. Tristan Toy at quarterback, 12 carries, 112 yards and a touchdown. And then we had Smesco, who came in at the end, 7 carries, 70 yards, and another touchdown. The receiving leader was Brady Krumbacher, who had a great game on defense, but also 2 catches, 37 yards, and a touchdown. And I tell you, just complete dominance that what we've seen tonight. And I'm looking forward to see what happens with them in Perry next week.
And definitely all that adds up to a 48-21 win tonight for the South Range Raiders. Big thank you to all the people here in Barberton for their hospitality and the great position to broadcast this game. Dave, South Range on to the regional final against Perry next week at a site to be determined as they look to try to defend their Division V state championship.
Yeah, I'm looking. Like I said, I'm looking forward to that. We know we get in Perry. We have seen it over the years, but that's going to be an intriguing matchup with them in South Range.
So that is going to do it for us here from Barberton. For Jim Craven, Matthew Craven, Dave Ferris back at our Western Reserve Studios in Struthers. A big thank you to Ben Schlegel, Charlie Connolly, Bill Kelly on the Cumulus Youngstown side of things. We will join you next Friday from a location to be determined on Sunday. Final score, South Range is 12-1. They move on to the regional final, 48-21 tonight over the Clearview Clippers on Western Reserve Radio and Sports Radio 1240. Have a great
Mill
night,
Creek
everyone.
Golf Course is now open.
We thank you for joining us for this special presentation of the iMedia One Network, and we now return you to your regularly scheduled programming.
You're listening to Western Reserve Radio at westernreserveradio.com on the Live 365 network and the Live 365
Thank you for joining us for this special presentation of the iMedia One Network, and we now return you to your regularly scheduled programming.
Singles match, AEW International Championship. I would assume Orange Cassidy gets the victory here.